Oh.
He literally handed the Broncos 14 points. So whatever the score was last night, spoiler alert, 41-32. Guess what? Even if they're not pick sixes, even if they're just good old garden variety Jameis Winston interceptions, I mean, who knows? But yeah, 3 picks, 2 pick sixes, more the bad, a passer rating of 88.1, which is just that's not terrible, but it's very average. Also had 24 incompletions last night. 24 times Jameis Winston threw it, and the ball either hit the ground or the Broncos, who again had the 3 picks. So there's the bad. All right. Well,
hit me with them sweets.
How can there be any good, you say? What? How can there be any good? Well, I said 24 incompletions because he threw it 58 times, so he did complete 34 of them. Had 4 touchdown passes, including a long 70-yarder to Jerry Jeudy. Totaled 497 yards passing. My man Jameis Winston, you could look at it from that side, threw for 497 yards and 4 touchdowns, and his team didn't win. Why they didn't win? Jameis Winston. 2 pick sixes, man. And he's so childlike on the field, right? It's just his, oh, man, all shucks look when he does something wrong. And Cleveland just not enough on the road last night at Denver. Denver's become one of real, little Cinderella stories in the league. I believe I saw the Broncos haven't been to the playoffs since 2016. Can that be right? Because if it is, consider this. Since 2016, the Jaguars have had the number 1 overall pick twice. They're on their way to a top 3 pick this year, but have made the playoffs twice as well in 2017 and again in 2022. So, they brought Sean Payton in. The marriage with Russ didn't work. Clearly it wasn't all Russ. He is, rejuvenated in Pittsburgh, big reason why they are 9-3. And are starting to look like a serious title contender in Pittsburgh. Not just another great job by Mike Tomlin piecing it together. They look like a team that could be legit if they stay healthy defensively for sure. But Denver, with a 9-point win last night, they're 8-5. These wild card teams look pretty good, man. I mean, from the standpoint of safe. Yeah, they finally took the Bengals at 4-8 off the hunt. Oh, by the way, breaking news, it's official. Our season's over. All dreams have died. You're going to hear from Doug Peterson in a second. There's no more care to making the playoffs. It is impossible, baby. We're done. There are 5 games left, and we are mathematically eliminated, not just from the division, but from the best of the worst of the rest, i.e. the wild card race. What a double disaster, huh? Meanwhile, here are the Broncos, 8-5. A pretty thick 2-game lead over the Colts. The Colts, the nearest chaser. We've gone through the Colts schedule. It's a lot like the Jags down the stretch. Now, for the for the Colts, you could say that means it's an easy schedule. For the Jags, there is no easy schedule. They lose to everyone. And I'm not even being mean. I mean, at this point, we are the easy on someone's easy schedule. And that's especially true not knowing the status of Trevor Lawrence. Let's take a quick peek, though. 2-game lead. There's 4 games to go. So if you got a 2-game lead, you really got to mess it up here to not get home. The Broncos, who have suddenly won 3 in a row, including a blowout over Atlanta, who at the time was a pretty good football team. They won at their arch rival Raiders, and then a home win last night. Ooh, this is a big one. They got Indy this week, which, if I do my math, pretty sure would just about lock up a playoff spot since the Colts are the ones that are 2 games behind. That'd put them 3 behind, and there's only 3 to go. That'd be a tiebreaker. There is another team, but I feel like they're 3 games back in the loss side. So the AFC is kind of separated here, and last night helped that separation, at least that theme. As the Broncos go to 8-5, they have one of the wild card spots. And down the stretch we come of now officially, as I said, meaningless football for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Doug Peterson.
In times like this, it's an opportunity
to continue to glorify the Lord even through the toughest circumstances. I know.
So, Doug Peterson, who was that? Who we drop in there?
That was Jameis.
A little eavesdropping on
Like
Jameis. Jameis. That's just like Jameis. Jameis, the timing, not good there, friend. We moved past you, Jameis. You just threw another pick six. As for Doug Peterson, no carrots to wave in front of his team. No illogical, irrational, hey, there's still hope. Now, mathematically eliminated, as stated. And what does that leave you with in the locker room?
I'll say this after the game. I mean, it's a locker room that's, they're hurting, they're disappointed, frustrated, they're scratching their heads like we all are, trying to figure this thing out. But it's a resilient group too. They'll bounce back on Wednesday. They'll prepare, for Tennessee, another division game, on the road, all that stuff, and they'll bounce back. So a couple days here to kind of think about it, put it behind us, and move forward.
All right, that's Doug Peterson. We're going to dive into the Trevor Lawrence. I will say this. I did see that Trevor posted on the social media. He was home. He was feeling much better. Thanks for all the well wishes. So that's got to be, a good sign. I don't know exactly what feeling better means when it comes to the concussion protocol. It has not been, at least publicly, an injury that unless I'm missing something, I don't remember Trevor at any point missing time because of concussion or even going into the concussion protocol, even in game. Maybe I'm not remembering something. So, I don't know how that factors into it. I have Doc Murphy later in the week, and we've spoken, to the issue of concussions many times through the years to a variety of different athletes, and it sure seems to me that it's very different from case to case. And so, as they continue to, I think, grapple with the best way to deal with something that's impossible to deal with. You're trying to protect an area of the body that is just going to get pummeled by design of the sport that we're talking about. Every single play, linemen bang heads. I mean, it really comes to light when we see what happened to Trevor and it goes off. And these guys are getting smashed in the head just dozens of times a game. Dozens. Put a helmet on. Even some shoulder pads if you want. Give yourself some. And as you walk around for 3 hours one night, just every now and then, bang your head into the pillar on your patio. Bang your head into the I-beam, your support wall. Bang your head on the garage door. Bang your head on the oak tree. You don't have to do it hard. I'm not asking you to look like a damn fool, although you will. Do it over and over and over, and then do it again next week. And then, by the way, practice banging your head a few times during the week. Somebody on the text line saying his first game at Clemson, he got knocked out, so that would go a ways back, but it would certainly indicate the trauma there before. Again, this one is it's impossible to protect from. It's impossible. If you play football, you risk, getting your head banged around, for lack of a more sophisticated medical term. So we'll get into Trevor's situation as it comes from Doug Peterson. The football team, by the way, does have a game this week. Yeah, I did check. Even though they are two teams that have just lived down in the poorhouse all year. Jags-Titans just doesn't have the same feel that it's had the last couple of years. Both times the Jags have played the Titans late in the year, the games have mattered. And now they've got 2 left with Tennessee, and they don't mean a dadgum thing. May as well be a 2025 preseason affair. So we shall see. There's some teams in the NFL. Okay, first of all, there are the now officially dead teams. Try and resuscitate them if you want. If you think the Bengals are suddenly going to play any defense, and look, this is what's going to happen. They're going to waste a great year from Joe Burrow. If you think the Bengals at 4-8, who continue to lose games that they needed to win that week, are going to make the playoffs, then okay, but that ain't happening. In fact, they're 3 games now behind Denver. But there's some other teams in the NFL that aren't quite out of it, are they? Teams that are very good. They got very good track records. I'm talking to you, San Francisco, and the injury issues for the 49ers just continue now. 2 full games back of Seattle in the NFC West, where there are the other 2 teams, Arizona and the Rams, also ahead of the Niners. They're both 6-6. San Francisco's division record is 1-3. That's worst of anyone in the division. And now yesterday, not just McCaffrey, but Jordan Mason, the backup's going to IR. Are we playing taps in the Bay? The Niners' fantastic run here of success. What? Super Bowl last year, NFC Championship game where Brock Purdy got hurt at Philly the year before. And you can almost just about say they're going to miss the playoffs. Let's see. The wild cards right now in the NFC would be 10-2 Minnesota, would be 8-5 Washington. You're 2 games back, I guess. Game back of each of the teams in your division. But the bigger story is through all these injuries and this guy missing this week and that, you kind of assume when you're San Francisco that you'll ride through the storm. And when you pick yourself up right now, you would at least be 7-5, not 5-7. But they're another football team that finds themselves inexplicably, considering their DNA and their resume, they're blowing games late. They've had 10-point fourth-quarter leads, I think, in 3 of their losses. So the injury news yesterday with both those top running backs going to IR, it's just got to be, dunzo for the Niners, I think, or getting awfully close. Let's take our first time out. We'll take a look at some of the other issues in the sports world. Signing day is tomorrow. Billy Napier, and he's just flipping those pancakes, man. Just continues to flip. Got another one yesterday. The Gators now officially into the top 10 in the recruiting rankings. So from 51 about a month ago to outside the top 30 just a couple of weeks ago, now all the way into the top 10. Success is coming on the recruiting trail. We got the Doring report today as we look back on the win in Tallahassee. Just kind of the full moon weekend that it was in college football with players getting in their feels all over the country, really. And we talked about that yesterday. We'll let it go. So thanks for being up and at 'em with us. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He's got quite a history in downtown Duval.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
Jeff Lockerman checks the tape for you. Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Napa Auto Care.
10 to noon on 1010XL.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
When Jacksonville needed some late-game magic, they would go to the lucky number 7. Thanks to a 10-play sequence capped off by a 6-yard Brian Thomas Jr. touchdown and a 2-point conversion, the Teal and Black would make the score 23-20 with 3:31 left in the game. The 84-yard drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Hey, John, I think everyone in Jacksonville is ready to elevate their ride.
Absolutely. At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have stunning 2024 Escalades and Lyrics in stock right now.
And the great news is you can get a $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Don't wait for the 2025 models to come in.
Luxury is just a visit away. Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Not available with some other offers. Must take retail delivery by 10/31/24 plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split AC, Plumbing, and Electric.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Rage. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and accessories, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got everything you need to hit your target. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, their friendly experts will guide you every step of the way. At 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Gun and Range. Gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
When it comes to towing products, your safety on the road is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Whether it's a heavy-duty tow hitch, trailer frame, wiring, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com to explore a range of products and schedule your installation. Cannons of Jacksonville, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Follow local talent as they choose their schools.
Find out where Friday stars will be spending their Saturdays. On Hacker, listen Wednesday as high school's early signing period begins.
Brought to you by San Jose Collision.
On 1010 XL.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen. Energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Protect your home with Tyson Sound and Security. Denny Thompson here. Porch Pirates are on the prowl. But with their smart doorbell camera, you'll see who's at your door whether you're home or not. Tyson's smart doorbell camera gives you peace of mind detecting people and packages, keeping your family and belongings safe all season long. Call Tyson Sound and Security today for holiday savings on cameras and home security systems. Enjoy a worry-free holiday with Tyson Sound and Security.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJags.com.
We heard you loud and clear, Jags fans, and we're taking it back to the 90s again. The Prowler throwback jerseys return to the field Sunday, December 15th, when your Jaguars take on the New York Jets. Be at the bank to see them in action while joining us for our Inspire Change game. To lock in your seats, head to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Happy holidays, everyone. Man, we're into December, aren't we? Tomorrow, big day around here. We're going to change some lives. We have fun every day. We might either enhance or, in some case, detract from your lives, whether it's via morning commute, firing up that app, or anytime listening. Tomorrow, we really change lives on just an awesome day here at 1010XL, and how the J-Fun Radiothon has grown through the years. It's really amazing. I'm looking at last year's tote board. Grand total last year. And I can't remember. I hate to do it, a disservice. But when we did the first one of these, it was just like a little community ad hoc. Hey, let's get let's see if we can raise enough to help 3 families, right? Whatever the number was. And gosh, I can't remember it. I want to say, and Kelly Coughlin, I'm sure will join us sometime in the next 24 hours. But I want to say the first year we raised like $20-something thousand, maybe. And I don't want to undershoot and then make this sound bigger than it is, but 17,000, something like that, which was, look, it was a good number heading into the holidays. It really helped. I'm looking last year. See how good y'all's memories are out there in listener land. And just what do you think we raised last year? And look, E can see the tote board with me, so I'm not going to pop quiz him. But you almost lose sight of this incredible blessing of a number. Last year, from whence this came, and I don't know what, is this like the 17th Radiothon? E, you got a number on us?
No, I don't got a number on me.
Been a bunch. But last year, to help families with children with cancer, you guys, all we were was the portal, man. We were the GoFundMe portal. You guys out there, listeners, friends of the station, clients, business partners, $259,000. $250,000, man. Wow. Well, we've done a lot of fun things around here. There's a lot to be, look back on with great memories. But when it really comes to doing things that you're proud of when you're done, really, really impacted, even more than a Dan Diddy or a Monday morning rant from yours truly. That's impact there, man. And that's awesome. So looking forward to tomorrow, just a day ahead of time, plenty to kick around until then. I got this text on the text line. I'm not sure what it means. As you know, I'm Twitterless, Jeff. But I want to make a bigger point here. But from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures this morning, your Mike Norvell rant got some traction among Gator fans on Twitter yesterday. That's great. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. If I actually put and usually the Monday morning rant is bigger and better than any other. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah, coming off of just the weekend that was. I mean, between Billy Napier driving a dart in my brain and the Jaguars pouring acid in my eyes, by the time I get here with the best of intentions, I get unhinged, dude. If I put the first 15 minutes on a podcast every day, it'd be unhinged, I literally don't remember what I say.
We'll do numbers, though.
You're getting unbridled, unvarnished, this pure truth. That's what you get from me on Monday morning. I'll clean it up, and I'll even change my mind on some things as we go. But, man, that's open cut. Here comes the blood, man. You're going to get it on you. So those are my Monday morning rants. So it's always funny and fun for me when someone will come and say, hey, man, this morning, blah, 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 blah. And I realize, man, you got to tell me what? You got to tell me. I don't know. That's how unhinged it is, E.T. So when I get the news that my Mike Norvell rant got some traction among Gator fans on Twitter yesterday, I'm glad, man. I'm glad Gator Nation got some, enjoyment, some enlightenment, a little pick-me-up out of that. And if you ask me for $1 million to tell you what exactly it is that has tickled them, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Tickled some Florida State fans also.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, look, listen, we've been getting our teeth kicked. That's football now. We've been sitting on this and taking it from Georgia and FSU, Miami, and everybody else. All right? We've been a good soldier here. So I imagine my rant had something to do with just throwing a hissy fit about a flag. You got to be kidding me, man. Your whole program is based on a tradition that defaces the opponent's property. So bleep off, buddy. That's probably the gist of it. So anyway, Twitterless Jeff for a reason. That reason? To maintain employment. What would happen if I went on to? I would be
viral.
Yeah, but I would be so much more restrained.
Viral.
Amazingly, I would be way more restrained in what I actually said and where I went on Twitter than I am here.
Hey, your joints would be quote tweeted and retweeted so much.
Can I make any money off of that? Maybe I should consider it. Man, I don't know where these things come from. And I haven't listened to Amy Lawrence in a million years. So shout out to what precedes us here, giving us the surging momentum. I guess I should pay it more homage. But she's talking about some rumors that Trevor's going to be traded. What? There are no Trevor's.
I heard that too, man.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That ticked me up.
Dude,
where do you get this from, man?
You know what? This is the problem with, and we don't do this yet. Not this show. But man, there are people put the stupidest crap just on Google's, sports feed page, and some joker's idea of what would be interesting gets posted as like a headline news story.
She talking about I heard some rumblings down there. Girl, be quiet.
That's right. That's stupid. And she's pretty middle of the road, milk toast, right? She's not going to be polar, but you're dead wrong on this one. So
she's pretty good too. It's like that was man.
I don't dislike her. Don't get me wrong. I just listen to other stuff driving in. That's all. But so if you have heard that, you know where these come? These terrible websites that just throw up. This package would net Braves a $350 million all-star. Well, sure, I can make one today. This Jaguars trade would give the team 3 first-round picks, and then I could throw out, nothing officially has been done here, but I was thinking.
Post it on your Twitter.
It's unbelievable, man. And then the fact that that's, to me, when it comes to information, is the worst part about social media. It's not that if it stayed in social media, y'all could blame yourselves. But in fairness, when a bigger platform reaches a wider variety of people, many of whom aren't on or want to be on social media, you're spreading just inaccurate. There is no rumble, rumor, thought, germination, seed of a beginning of an idea of trading Trevor Lawrence at all. No story. None. Period. Zippo, in the story, we can move on. Trevor Lawrence will be here until the offensive line has his career ended, or until the next contract is over. That I'm sure of. And despite the pains here in waiting on something from our guy higher than a Derek Carr level, he will continue to be a drawing piece for a coaching search, for front office personnel. It's easier to dance on graves on Monday when you're fed up and ticked off. At the end of the day, it doesn't change. You didn't change things. Doug Peterson will most undoubtedly be gone. And if they I'll just tell you this: if they do the coach and they don't do the GM, we're going to continue to be average to below average for the rest of Trevor's contract. If that's not important to the franchise, that's on them. It is important to us, the fans. It's real important to us. It's real important that we get off of a GM who's been here for 5 years and hasn't improved us a bit. A GM who started having the number one pick in the draft, and may very well have the number one pick again 5 years later. That's insanity, man. There's no coach in the world that can make you that bad, despite the fact that the initial bullets are going to fire the head coach's way, and that I got no complaints, quite frankly. I am amazingly disappointed with how quickly we became inept. Amazingly disappointed in Doug Peterson. I was on the Sal Pal train. I believed it. Done wrong, smart guy, good in the locker room, winning play caller, all this, a good quarterback developer, all this, that. I haven't seen none of it, man. It was a miracle getting us from where we were, I guess, to back-to-back winning seasons. But what has happened from last October until now ranks as the worst 18-game stretch of any coach in Jacksonville history. And, yeah, that includes the A-grabber. All right, Peterson on Trevor and a football fix when we return. You're listening to The Drill. It's Cat and Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
SEC ACC Challenge coming up today. The Florida State Seminoles at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. A 3-point dog to the LSU Tigers. A total 149.5. Georgia laying 8.5 at home at Notre Dame. That's at the Stegman Coliseum. Total 144. The Blue Hose of Presbyterian, a 6-point road favorite at Florida A&M at the Al Watson Center today. 137.5. The total. In the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars, 3.5-point road dogs of the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Total 40 at Nissan Stadium. Trevor Lawrence remains in the concussion protocol. No timetable for his return. Cashback for every bet with a G-Bank Signature Visa card. VSIN.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a septic tank emergency.
Don't let your holidays go down the drain. Duck Rooter's here to save your Christmas cheer. Whether it's a stubborn clog, a burst pipe, or a septic scare, we'll fix it faster than Santa can slide down a chimney. Duck Rooter. Call us now and save the day. 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Rooter, because nobody wants a silent night in the bathroom.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine Oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spell forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Best Bet is number one. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
He played in the first great era in Gators football history. Now he gives his take on today's swamp storylines. Former Gator Chris Dorick joins Dan and Jeff on the drill Tuesday morning on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boat Cierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Go
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 47th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget, and with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, open 7 days a week in December.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson remarked on how to prevent the number of injuries Trevor Lawrence experienced this past year.
You know, you have conversations every year like, hey, okay, we got to, do a better job of sliding, better job of getting out of bounds. We throw the ball away, just live to punt.
At this point in the season, the Jag head coach commented on how the team will move forward with quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
You got to take it all into consideration, obviously, and, make a smart choice, make a headsy sort of determination with him and his health. And then obviously, where we are as a team right now.
Jag center Mitch Morse reacted to his quarterback being out once again.
You feel for the guy, right? Like, come back, fought so hard, as quickly as that. It's tough to see.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm not going to really comment on that. I think the league is going to handle these situations as they come up. I mean, just look at what happened even in college football, some of these rivalry games and things of that nature over the weekend. It's unfortunate because it escalates to a level that doesn't need to be on the field.
That's clear. That's kind of Peterson's tact. You know what? That would also be the tact, I'm sure, of Andy Reid and others. Doesn't make him a terrible coach. Sees it probably bigger than the volatility that we see it with. I don't really have an issue with that personality trait per se. Let's don't make this worse. I get it. I mean, and by the way, your guy there, Al Zaire, I guess, issued an apology yesterday, and just on behalf of Jaguar Nation, and just go bleep yourself, bro. Apology not accepted. You play your little weak-ass little victim card as if in some way you just play hard, don't know your heart. We know your heart. There's no place for you in the league, boss.
And you know what? Like, I know who he is. He's already showed his cards based on his playing style from the past couple of incidents. What bothered me the most was DeMeco Ryans going up there and saying how the Jacksonville Jaguars bench overreacted and this, that. Man, bruh.
Yeah, they say all that when they get back home.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that hurt.
We'll see if this resonates. It should, quite frankly. This should carry over. But we don't have the chutzpah. We don't have the manhood to settle it on, Sunday. That's how you settle it ultimately. Then we would have had a whole different narrative on the hit and all that. If the Jaguars won the game, that would have been the response.
Yep, they hit us and they won.
Right, not like I said yesterday, I had to earhold him on the kneel down. I'm so ticked off at that point, and that's not the answer. Inside the community of the NFL and these guys knowing that their health is their livelihood. It's their paycheck. So I get it how ultimately where you're ticked in the moment, you got to kind of let it go at some point. But you the way you pay them back is you win the game. And then you can really let them have it, and you let them have it out of sweet success and not just lingering bitterness. But as for your apology, bro, shove it. No one's buying that. You're dirty, man. Your coach puts a captain's letter on you. So, DeMeco Ryans, you told the world what you're all about, man. You're dirty just like he is. You made him captain. This isn't the first incident he's ever had. It's not like, Andre Sisco just hit somebody this weekend. No history. This guy's a walking time bomb.
He just had a late hit last week.
I know he did.
Previous week.
Of course he did. And your apology reeks, dude. You're a liar and a phony and a fraud. That's what you are. Your apology doesn't have a bit of sincerity in it. And so, no, apology not accepted. At least not from me and Jag Nation. We're not accepting your apology. We'll see you next year. And I just hope somebody blindside knocks you into tomorrow. Because in fairness, it's not fair for Nico Collins to get a concussion because you're a jackass. Or for C.J. Stroud to go to the hospital because you're the problem. Now, next year, somebody on a drag knock that dude into Section 312. Then it'll be okay. I don't care who the coach is. I'm asking a locker room that plays war games every Sunday to remember. Good luck. I feel like you're screaming into the wind with this football team sometimes. Hey, I do have some good news. Remember that very highly thought of rookie receiver class? Remember?
Yes.
Marvin Harrison Jr. was a generational receiver. He went in the top 3. Who else was up there? You had Malik Neighbors went in the top 5 or 6.
Uh-huh.
Am I missing somebody? There was another couple before we got to our guy.
Rome. Wasn't it Rome?
Rome Odunze was a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are on a football team that's, let's remember, went back-to-back weeks and scored like 13 total points. Who's seen their, various pieces out for different reasons. We've been a pitiful offense. Our overall offense is at the very bottom. So the fact that now here we are with just 5 games left, the fact that Brian Thomas Jr. has the most receiving yards among all rookies is outstanding. 765 yards. Up next, when it comes to the rookies, you find Malik Neighbors. He has 740. He's played a couple less games. Oh, well, part of ability's availability, right?
That's right.
So you got Brian Thomas Jr. there at 765. That's 25 more than Neighbors. The next rookie, golly, man, it's hard to come to this. Harrison Jr. only has 606. 150 yards behind our guy. Again, looking for rookie receivers. Rome Odunze has only 543.
Dang, I hope I gotta get 1,000.
But wait, there's more. Not done yet. Told you, he leads all rookie receivers in yards. You know what else he does?
Getting in that box.
Leads all rookie receivers in touchdowns with 6. And look, the catches, that number is not going to lead the rookie class. So he can't hit the Triple Crown. But for all the failures of Trent Baalke and reaches here and projections there, that's a winner. That was a good first-round pick right there. In a year where the offense overall has really struggled, he's been better than any other rookie receiver in the league. And by the way, I'll just tell you this, that Marvin Harrison Jr., they treat him like he's their number 1 guy.
Yes, they do. They do.
Right? So we'll see on all that. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin, not just insurance, but assurance with Mandy and her dream team. And by the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Wasn't perfect, Broncos say, but they found a way to win. It was just another wild ride for Jameis Winston at quarterback. Threw for almost 500 yards, 497 yards, threw for 4 touchdowns. But he also threw 3 picks, 2 pick sixes. He had an interception late when they were still in the game. He's just a goof, man. If you're serious about winning, you just can't employ Jameis Winston as your starter for a season. You can bring him in, he can give you some highlights, but man, it's just a matter of time. He's like a ticking time bomb. He's going to explode in catastrophe at some point. And he did last night. Hey, man, I'll give Jerry Jeudy credit. And this also speaks to the NFL and how close it is, man. So you can marvel at Jerry Jeudy and his 235 yards receiving last night. 235. Oh, by the way, at Denver, a place that he wanted to scorch earth after they traded him. It didn't go well after he was the first-round draft pick there. But it just goes, Jerry Jeudy is a good enough football player to have 235 yards receiving. There's a Jerry Jeudy on just about every team. 235 for Jeudy in a losing effort. The Niners are, the ship's going down, man. 5-7, last place in their division. And now both Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason are headed to IR. Mason's done a yeoman's job filling in, or has he? It's about time now to look at everything. And I know the Niners have been missing Ayuk. They've missed Debo at times. They've missed Bosa at times, still do. Hargrave, Trent Williams has missed games. I know they missed a lot of guys, but I know one guy they've missed since the get-go, since week 1. That's the offensive player of the year last year, Christian McCaffrey, and there they are at 5-7. So what's going on with Deontay Johnson in Baltimore? You know, it seemed like that was a move, just one more move for the Ravens to solidify a passing attack going into the postseason. Deontay Johnson, a longtime division rival with Pittsburgh, had really good years there. Went to Carolina in free agency this offseason and was productive in Carolina at the beginning of the year. And he went to Baltimore at the trade deadline. And now he's completely invisible. John Harbaugh, in fact, vague on the wide receiver's future. A day after he did not play a snap in their Sunday loss to the Eagles. At this time, I'm just going to have to wait to clarify it. Some moving parts there that we're going to have to figure out and explore and just see where we're at. No, that's not the answer you want. It's the best I can do in fairness to everybody right now. So, in other words, there's something weird going on. Just 28 years old, he was leading the Panthers in receptions, yards, and touchdowns before he was dealt to Baltimore for a 5th-round pick. First game with the Ravens, only played 5 snaps, caught 1 ball. The next 3 games, targeted just 3 times, no receptions, just 17 snaps. It's like, what are we doing? Why did you trade for him? Lamar said, we want him out there. He's a great receiver. We didn't get him from the Panthers for nothing. Says he's spoken to Johnson about staying locked in after not playing. That just does sound strange. Maybe it's a playbook issue. I don't know. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. We got the Doring Report coming up here in the 7 o'clock hour. Gators staying hot on the recruiting trail. Flipped another one yesterday. They're into the top 10. So the Doring Report is coming up. We got the Hicken arrival next. Up and rolling on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He is our quarterback savant, and he'll take you inside his mind.
So you can learn more about the science of quarterbacking.
Teddy Thompson is the Quarterback Whisperer. Friday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
What's happening, fellas? It's your boy E.T. here, and we all know that athletes train every day to perform on the field, right? Well, what if I could enhance your performance in the bedroom? No training required. That's right. I'm talking about that secret weapon, Blue Chew, a chewable tablet with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin that ships right to your door in a discreet package. No doctor's visits and no trips to the pharmacy. It's all online. Their licensed medical providers work with you to find the right prescription. They also have Daily Tab that contains 7 essential vitamins. It's chewable too, and now you can try Blue Chew for free on me. Just visit BlueChew.com and use my promo code 1010XL. You don't have to pay $5 shipping. Turn that oh no into that oh yeah. That promo code again is 1010XL, and let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew. Get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
When pests invade your space, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, we show up for you and eliminate pests quicker because we care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so do we. Don't live with a pest problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Hacker here. I know I've been sharing my Awaken 180 story for a while now, talking about how much I lost every week, and yeah, that's cool, but I get it, redundant. So let me tell you something that hit me like a freight train the other day. I checked out my Awaken 180 weigh-in portal, and the number just clicked. I started at nearly 320 pounds, and today, my scale read just over 200 pounds. Let that sink in. I'm now lighter than 90% of my buddies. And let me tell you, that's a flex I couldn't dream of a year ago. I owe it all to my Awaken 180 coach and to the program set out to work for anyone. It's been absolutely life-changing. Don't just take my word for it. Head over to my Twitter at RyanGreen1010XL. You'll see the transformation for yourself. But the real transformation, that's how I feel every single day, every step I take, and every morning I wake up. Get that same feeling. Awaken180weightloss.com.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their REME Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Projax Roofing. This weekend, Georgia will face Texas for the SEC Championship, and Georgia head coach Kirby Smart says Texas is built for the SEC.
Built like an SEC team. Their defense is one of the best in the country. They've got explosive skill players. Quarterbacks playing at a high level.
Safety Hilton Stubbs has flipped his commitment from Miami to Florida. Stubbs is ranked the 4th overall player in the state of Florida. He plays at Mandarin High School, where he's teammates with 4-star quarterback commit Tramel Jones. Following the Gators men's basketball ESPN Events Invitational win to remain undefeated, Florida Gators get a nice boost in the recent AP poll, moving up 5 spots from 18 to 13th. The Gators' next opponent will be the Virginia Cavaliers at home in Gainesville on Wednesday. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7 a.m. and it's 38 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This song goes out to DeMeco Ryans, the Houston, Texas, and anybody who's staying with them.
Yep.
Bump you.
Bump you, Houston. Hey.
Yup.
Our coach stands with Houston. That's why you don't hug him after the game. That's why you don't hug him after the game, because he's full of it. He's a fraud.
Oh, he's straight.
You got to be worried more about your own quarterback than worried about hugging DeMeco. You asking him for a job next year? I mean, come on, man. I lost all respect for DeMeco Ryans yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Jacksonville overreacted, but I'll go hug you and not worry about my guys. Jacksonville overreacted. Oh, okay. We overreacted. Sure we did. Holy smokes, man. What is that? Not to mention, again, and I get coaches don't always tell the truth, but when you don't tell the truth and you're not transparent, then we have the right to doubt everything you say. And somebody got caught in a little fibber yesterday about the whole referee thing. The whole, well, they warned us. The ref said they don't warn people. Land Clark said in his interview with Mark Long, we don't warn people. Okay.
Doug's at halftime saying, "Oh, you guys, we've been warned. We got to behave." Which is it, fibber?
Doug Peterson, by the way, officially has lost Dan Hicken.
Yeah, he's lost me.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's lost me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is real.
I've never had a bigger change of heart. I've never had a bigger turnaround on a guy. I've lost all confidence. I wouldn't say respect. I've lost all confidence. He is not the right guy for here.
This guy, DeMeco Ryans, who we have all this respect for,
I don't.
said the Jags overreacted and basically implied it was Trevor's fault.
Right, I saw that.
I mean, this nonsense that's going on out there, and we got to stand up and not take that junk.
I agree.
Because
it would carry over to next year for me.
You NFL people who aren't around, me and Josina went back and forth a little bit last night.
Oh.
Yeah, Josina. Yeah. Josina decided to stick up for Aziz.
Nice.
And said, I think, I'm like, wait a second. I mean, here's the problem. We know who Aziz is, and the whole league does. He's dirty. You're a dirty player if there's 3 incidents in a year where you're lighting dudes up who can't defend themselves. You lit up Trevor Lawrence, you lit up the Titans guy, you lit up 2 Bears guys. You punched a guy too. Mm-hmm. You're dirty. Does that not qualify you as a dirty player? Or am I missing
everybody knows it.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're dirty. What are you laughing at? What I said to her?
You going back and forth with Josie?
Well, share with everyone.
It had to be said.
Well, what did you say? What happened? Give me the highlights at least.
I want to.
Well, not just for me, but
no, I know. I want to get the exact. You have it right there.
I got you.
Not yet. Hold on.
Hang on. I got to find it. Because she, implied that. Like I said, I don't want to get it wrong.
No, I hear you. I listen. Bottom line is, if you are in any way supporting or coming to the defense of this linebacker, DeMeco Ryans, you're showing what you are. I mean, I'm sorry. Wrong is wrong. There's no this notion in this country to defend wrong, unless your life is on the line and you've got a public defender or a lawyer. Enough of that nonsense. Wrong is wrong. What that guy did the other day should have him out of the league for an extended amount of time. He knocked a franchise quarterback into the, concussion protocol intentionally and dirtily.
She said, basically she came out and said, I think I know, I don't think that he was thinking as he launched himself into the player, I'm going to try to hurt Trevor Lawrence. And I said, what was he thinking when he punched the Bears player? Just curious. What was he thinking when he hit the Titans kid 5 feet out of bounds? And then she said, I don't know what thoughts of any player involved in a scrum or fight in the NHL, MLB, NBA, NFL, and neither do you. Well, I know, but you just said, I thought.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you. Now you're telling me we don't know. Okay, that's fine. But I didn't want to get into that, so I was like, whatever.
Right.
But either way, she said that's not the incident the NFL is reportedly adjudicating from that game, so this is a double moot point. And then I went like this.
Whatever. I'm going to try and throw some line to get some simpleton dumbass off the trail, but then if he falls for it, I'll just throw something and leave. That's what she just did. Let me see if I'm dealing with just a dumbass that can't respond or understand what I'm saying.
I'm not going down that road.
Right.
It's not worth my time.
Let me highbrow this.
I think you think I think. Yeah, no, I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that.
Again, if you don't understand, that's a direct. I don't think that he had intent. Why would you not think that?
I'm just so ticked.
Yeah.
That, first off,
what would Dan Campbell done in that situation? You think he'd have just sat there like a damn stump on a log with a 2-10 football team and take it?
Right.
Come on, man.
And
it's football, man.
I'm proud of the players for how they reacted in the moment. I'm proud of Evan Ingram.
Should have gone further.
I'm proud of Brenton Strange. I'm proud of Brandon Sheriff.
For about a minute or two over there on the sideline. I'd have been all right with that.
We all would have been all right. We as fans would have been all right if they had done more. And Tony said yesterday, well, he's a head coach, and what's he supposed to do? Well, he's not supposed to go hug DeMeco Ryans. He's supposed to go tell DeMeco Ryans, hey, man, that ain't right. That ain't right. Tony Baselli, and he told this story, and I remember it, and I know this story. And it was the Jags and the Ravens, and the defensive back was Benny Thompson. Benny Thompson
was a dirty player.
And he kept hitting our guys, and he hit Keenan way after Keenan scored a touchdown. He hit him way late in the end zone. And Tony ran 15 yards and blasted him, and all hell broke loose. There was a fight on the field.
Zach Wiegert, all of them, remember?
Zach Wiegert went toe-to-toe with Bullware.
Yeah.
Whooped him pretty good, too.
I think we beat him like 15-9, or that was a weird game.
So I don't even know if that was the same game.
It wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. You might be right.
But
that's how you play. You don't sit there and take it like you're the wuss of the league.
No.
That's the wrong attitude.
It's football, and we should have took a shot. We shouldn't try to hurt him. But when there was 10 seconds left in the half, and a 15-yard penalty ain't going to matter, one of our linebackers or safety should have launched over the pile and drilled C.J. Stroud and just said, okay, you do our guy, we'll do yours.
That's what I think. But I'm told in the NFL they don't do that.
That's a lie.
Here's the only thing that I would say about that is Zaire is the jerk. And Nico Collins didn't hit anyone late. C.J. Stroud didn't hit anyone late.
That's true.
Maybe just wait for a year. But the very first play next year, black side, knock that dude out of the game first play next year. All right? I don't care who the coach is.
Yeah.
I don't care who's on this team. Yeah. We see you. You're our division rival. This dude, you better hope you play us late. He won't play again this year after you play us. That's what I would do. But again,
only caveat I will throw into this, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite, and I'll say this, and I think you guys would agree. We'd all like a guy like that on our team at times.
Yes.
Sure.
Right? We all like that guy.
Yes, for sure.
If he's our guy, we got your back.
That's why DeMeco's going.
Yeah,
like DeMeco's really.
But don't tell us the Jags over. You just got to let that one go.
Right,
Coach.
for sure. But he's standing on business for his players.
Yeah. I will say this, and that's all fine and dandy what y'all saying. We ain't never had a guy anywhere close to as dirty as that guy.
No.
So I don't know. That's a hypothetical question.
Yes.
Would you really at some point say, man, this guy's just a
Well,
there's a reason if he's so good that he bounces team to team.
Yes.
This is the first time he's gotten an extended contract. He has like a year here, a year there.
Does he?
He was with the Titans last year.
I know he's with the Niners.
He was drafted by the Niners, or picked up. He may be undrafted.
He choked Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he
he played for the Niners just a little bit.
See that video,
I saw it.
Yeah.
He for real choked him.
Yeah, and it wasn't like
put one hand on the back of his neck and the other.
He went for his throat.
100%.
Just like he went for Trevor's head
and
with his elbow.
And I don't, whatever. I don't think it's all football, dude. I think the guy's just a bad guy.
Man, if that would have happened to Lamar Jackson,
right?
Come on, man.
Patrick Mahomes.
What you think those?
I also
boys
like
would have
this
done?
narrative too. I also like this narrative from these NFL experts. Well, we got to figure out what we don't know. What, and DeMeco did this too. DeMeco, I lost all respect for, by the way. All right, dude, I got you. You'll get yours. But I like this new narrative. Well, who we don't know if they're sliding or not sliding. Or let me ask you a question, guys. Besides Mahomes, who's the only one who fakes that stuff? Like Mahomes will fake going out of bounds and shoot down the sideline. Anybody else? What other quarterback? Lamar don't do it.
No.
Lamar's the best runner in football.
Right. Lamar ain't sliding.
Lamar, if he does, he'll slide. If he doesn't, he'll run.
Right.
So I don't understand this. We got to get who does it? Kenny Pickett did in the college game.
In one college game,
a couple
right.
years ago, and Patrick does it on the sidelines and does the fakes and stuff like that. Other than that, who? What other quarterback?
And it wasn't a late slide. It was like that's why it's so egregious.
I know that's the other thing.
Like if they both left their feet at the same time, I'll give you some pass, even though you went in elbow.
Acho said. We're taught in the NFL as a defender to defend.
That's why you're out of the league.
Every blade of grass. Shut up, Acho.
Yeah, that's wrong too.
I don't know which Acho you are, but shut up.
I'm the dumb one. You're the dumb one.
I mean, come on, man. I know all y'all national people all out there with your all little platforms. GTH. Dream Fighters Homes poll question today. I had to take the temperature Jag fan.
Ooh.
I needed to know.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Okay. It's brought to you by Dream Fighters Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, and the PGA Tour.
Wow.
Yes.
Busy. They're a mogul like you.
Yeah. Oh, bigger than me. They
are definitely bigger than you.
Yeah. They have a B in the front of their industry. After Sunday's situation with Houston, what AFC South team do we hate the most right now? Always Tennessee.
It changed.
Houston, we have a problem. Or Indy, I hate horseshoes.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Houston, we got a big problem, and it's time. We've lost like 12 out of 14 to them. But
that's the other thing. We're their little.
Yeah, we're a little bizzle.
7 in a row here.
Yeah, I mean enough
That's
already.
disgraceful.
It's disgusting.
Just ticks me off about our franchise.
Yeah, for sure.
But you say Houston, E. What do you say?
Oh, it's tough though. It's just so relevant.
Yeah.
It got to be Houston since DeMeco. He got into it.
And Tennessee ain't been good in a while.
Jags overreacted.
But
hey,
Tennessee
Doug,
knocked
that
us
guy
out
you're
last
hugging
year.
that says we overreacted. You okay with that too? Yeah, it's like college. There's too many fights. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston stepping it up a notch with the dirty play.
All right,
man.
600 plus votes. Houston, we have a problem. 58.6. Always Tennessee, 39.1. I guess we don't hate Indy, only 2.3%.
Yeah, they're just so milquetoast.
It's brought to you by Dream
Little
Fighters
bro.
Homes. They're in 15 communities in the best locations in Jacksonville. The homes are beautiful. You should check them out. You first-time homeowners think you can't afford it. Dream Fighters Homes, think again. 2.99% year one interest rate. Yeah, I said it, 2.99%. Go to dreamfightershomes.com. Tell them Dream Fighters Danny sent you. They'll help you navigate your home purchase. Man, you will not regret that one bit. That poll will be up for a couple more hours.
YouTube's having some fun. Something wrong with our color filter. We're like the Blue Man.
Yeah,
with the
something's
Smurfs.
going on with it.
You want to take a look at this? It looks pretty cool.
That look like Avatar.
Oh, look at us. Huh?
Oh, good.
And look at that. It's ironically,
I like that.
That teal becomes the exact mustard color somehow. That remember right that we wore.
Oh yeah.
That's that jersey. Look at that thing. Like the teal and the gold, like flip flop on whatever filter we're on.
Papa Smurf's up next.
Yeah, we got 4 of us. We got 4
I like
Smurfs
that.
here, and you literally have a little Smurf hat on, so it's perfect.
Is he in the shot? Did they make E blue, or is that hard to do?
What you trying to say, Dan?
I'm saying it might make him, to be honest with you, although, no, that's, I don't know.
I'd have to be on y'all's camera.
Yeah, this conversation is going to end up being like dispersed. And, yeah, let's just bring in Doring.
Okay.
Let's just talk.
That's
let's
happy
talk Gator
talk. Happy
football.
talk with Chris Doring.
We've dragged this poor kid down, this poor man down for 2 years. We finally got the ship going in the right direction, and that includes just more recruiting news for Florida as they just continue to flip their way into the top 10. We'll see just how high they get. Early signing day, don't forget, is tomorrow. We'll be dropping that in on you as we go through tomorrow's Radiothon as well. So, all right, Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Doring Report next. You are listening to The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The Duval Minute presents to you one statistic and one statistic only that should be an embarrassment to the Jacksonville Jaguars. There are a lot, by the way, that should be an embarrassment, but this one stands out, and that's the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive group is the only group in the National Football League that gives up more than 400 yards per game to the opposition. I didn't say 200. I didn't say 300. I said more than 400. There are 32 NFL teams. We are the only one that gives up more than 400 yards per game to the opposition. That makes it very difficult to win games. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, they can play defense. They can play offense. They're winners, and they're always on the lookout for more. Experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits include 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, oh man, what an offer. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years in our great city. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. We want you to be part of the family. Here's your opportunity. Hey, it's the holidays. What a great time for a change. Learn more at liftpower.com. It's real simple. Go to liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get inside the mind of Jags coach Doug Peterson.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have butterflies.
Coach Speaks. Fridays at 4:05 on The Franchi Show.
I want to win.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Custom windows and doors on 1010XL.
Bold City AC, heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC, we got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Hey, couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's what you'll be treated like when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. Man, I love going over there. I love to go over there once a month and just shoot the breeze with the fellas. Guys, they're so friendly, man. You know, I got my boy Blue, the Blue Silverado. I love it. But if you want a truck like me or a car or an SUV or an electric or pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolets, they got it all. Can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard? Don't worry. MooreChevy.com. With an E is easy to navigate as any site you'll try. Has all the vehicles, sales, service, all the service department. Shout out Gabe, best guys in the business, man. Set the appointment, get in, get fixed, you're out. Boom. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
Small business, big target. DoubleCheck provides AI-powered cybersecurity solutions to small businesses so you can keep your eye on the ball. Book your free consultation this month for 10% off your first 6 months. Visit doublecheck.com today.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use the promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with MyBookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
1010XL celebrates high scorers.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists celebrate scholar athletes.
In class and on the court.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
What king in the deck of cards does not have a mustache? The answer next.
Filing any homeowner's claim is really easy with Southern Oak Insurance. Simply file your claim directly with us. We'll handle the vendors. It will save money for you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Silly as it sounds, the King of Hearts is the only king without facial hair. Supposedly a design error.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
He played wide receiver and wore number 28 for the head ball coach with over 2,000 yards and 31 touchdowns for the Gators. His teammates called him Captain Doe. He's now an analyst for SEC Network. And here on The Drill, Chris Dorman.
Brought to you by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm just happy talk on a Tuesday morning with Chris Doring. And never has 7 and 5 felt so good. And the music means something again, Chris. And I will go, Gator!
haven't screamed it in a while. It's been a while. Yes, sir. Yeah.
How are you there?
Hey, but before we get started, Chris, I've already officially invited FSU. Bring your little flag next year. Let me know how it goes. Yeah. Well, think you can stick it in that ground, and you can put it right in the ground. I invite you. Bring 10 flags. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, they were cutting our grass.
I know. It's so
field
ridiculous.
last year. I mean, that's way worse than putting a flag in there. You're actually taking our field home.
And they've been doing it for decades. So.
And they traipse around with the Gator head whenever they win.
I lost what tiny little respect I had for Mike Norvell. Way to bow up in the post game there. Give us a talking to there, little man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. I thought the two embarrassing efforts by coaches this week, and Sharon Moore, kind of stoked a lot of that, taunting the Ohio State fans after the game.
Yeah, he did.
And then Mike Norvell running over. You got a lot more to worry about than just somebody playing the flag in the field. But here's the thing, you don't want them to do that. You want to defend your home turf. Show more fight in the first 60 minutes of the ball game than you do after the game. I thought that was the theme across the country. You don't want somebody to put a flag in your field. Go out there and fight them during the ball game, man.
I'll take it one step further. This is what's so crazy to me. There are literally more offensive in-your-face things happen after a touchdown in the second quarter than that. And suddenly, the sportsmanship. Are you kidding me? I got guys putting on Broadway plays when they get a first down.
Well, sometimes you got to remember, football, it's a violent game. And you are hyped up to play the game. And after the game, all of a sudden, to the victors go the spoils, and you're supposed to just shut it off and go, hey, that was an excellent game, Fred. I appreciate you playing against me and trying to kill me the whole game.
That sounds like our show at about 9:50.
So what? Go ahead.
I came on in the preseason. I told you Florida was going 7-5. I never thought it would be this route, but I'm actually kind of proud of the prediction. I'm proud of the way Florida battled back. It was one of the most difficult schedules in the history of college football. They managed it much differently than I think any of us would have thought they would have managed it. But, man, what a feeling after a couple years of limping to the finish line. You win your last 3 ball games. You got a chance to – I don't know what bowl we'll end up in. I'm hoping maybe somewhere in the state of Florida here. But to win a bowl game, finish with 8 wins, and really I think bowl games are – sometimes a celebration of the season that you've had, and other times they serve as a jumping-off point for the next season. I kind of feel like this bowl season has a chance to be, the launching point for what a lot of people are going to head into, thinking maybe Florida has a chance to be a playoff team. I hate to say it, but I mean, with all that they have returning.
Oh yeah, they'll be talked about.
No, that's fair. They're trending toward that level just by the way they played the last month. It's been an amazing story of perseverance.
I didn't think they played
particularly
great on Saturday, and there was FSU. Obviously, the two numbers that stick out are 9 and 8, as in sacks and fumbles. I mean, that was that helped.
You can do that against an FCS team and still win. You can't do that against regular SEC type opponents. So I mean, that Florida State team, that was one of the worst teams I've ever seen in my life, and I hate Florida State more than I hate just about everything else. Mm-hmm. But I
told y'all last
fun
week
when they're good and they're competitive and you can beat a good Seminole team. But that's embarrassing, and it begs the question. I mean, what a unique trend we're starting to see now, where head coaches at other universities leave to come be coordinators at schools. I don't know what Gus Malzahn sees in Tallahassee about what the potential could be, but.
Could be one and done.
A different route for sure, man.
Yeah,
I guess he was going to get fired at UCF, right?
Well,
I mean, you don't just leave a head coaching job there, do you?
I don't know if he was going to get fired, but he was certainly on the hot seat.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Chip Kelly did it, right?
I was going to say Chip Kelly left.
Yeah.
I don't know what the buyout situation was down there in Orlando. Maybe they came up with some mutual financial agreement, but seems like he may have left a lot of money on the table doing that too.
Chris,
go ahead, Dan.
I was going to say, now you have this. Why do you think what's the reason all these kids suddenly want to go to Florida in recruiting? I mean, it's the remarkable turnaround has continued. They've gone from 51 in the summer to 10, and kids are flipping like crazy. Is it? They've finally got a product that they believe in, and so look, I have this theory that if you're from this area. And you're like, I'm going to Texas. And you start thinking about your family and how you're going to – look, I know it's all paid for now, but it's still a pain in the neck to get out there every week and go watch your – I can go right down the street here. That place is electric again. And DJ Lagway is the Pied Piper.
Boy, just answered your question, Chris. He answered it for you.
I don't know.
That was the answer to the question.
Yeah.
There's DJ Lagway.
Is it just that?
No, and the energy.
Yeah, but it starts with DJ Lagway, and it's there's nothing more powerful in this universe than hope, and I think that DJ Lagway provided hope. He provided hope to the fan base when he signed last year. He provided hope with the way he played when he got an opportunity to come in early. He's provided hope with the way that the team has what they've evolved into now, and I think. Yeah, I give DJ a lot of credit for seeing the vision that Billy Napier and his staff were kind of selling when they were recruiting him, and now everybody else is seeing it as it's coming to fruition, and it's an exciting thing to be a part of. And you mentioned the excitement and the electricity in the stadium, like that's the old swamp back again, and like it's all starting to take shape, but it started with one guy, and I'll scrap that a little bit. It started with two guys. It started with DJ Lagway, but it also started with Scott Strickland and the statement that he made before the Texas game about Billy Napier being the guy through the rest of the year going forward. And I think that's provided some stability, and now people want to jump on board. Obviously, it's not over until everybody's signed and that class is put together. But, I don't know if there's anybody that feels like they have more momentum right now behind them than what Florida does.
Yeah. Well, and I also feel like the program has momentum going into the offseason really for the first time probably since what? Since 19 to 20?
Yeah.
You had the good year. You had the good year. You won the Orange Bowl, right? They beat Virginia in the Orange Bowl. It came back the next year, and a really good team, shoe throw, the COVID year. They really were within a breath of winning the SEC that year, and then it's just been, just 3-4 years here of just it's drifting.
It has, but, and going back to what I said about the bowl game earlier, I would assume that most of the guys are going to play in it, but this is one that you gotta put the game plan together. You gotta coach hard. You gotta go out there with the intensity to try to win the ball game because you don't want to lose any of the momentum you've created now, and having an opportunity to finish on a 4-game winning streak as you head into the off season would be massive for Florida and for the. You talked about everybody wanting to be a part of it. Remember too, we got the portal opening up too, and I think that's one of the things that this coaching staff has shown that they can do a really nice job of is evaluating talent and bringing guys in through the portal that can be, big-time pieces that they'll add to the existing puzzle they have.
They have. I'd go for the home run. Chris, you know who I'm calling first? I'm calling this wide receiver in Columbus, Ohio. Seeing him, I don't know how much it's going to cost me, but that number is a number 4, I think, the Florida kid, Jeremiah Smith. Huh? That's 4. Him, yeah. I'd call him first things first and see if we can bring him home and say, come catch balls from this guy and we'll go win some titles. I mean, that's to me.
Put his name in the portal?
No. But I'm tampering. I'm tampering is what I'm doing.
You're doing some illegal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody does that. Come on.
Hey, yeah. I'm as illegal as they come right now. They did it to us. I'm doing it right back to them. So, but yeah, I've already seen our Guggen people tell us there's a receiver from, where was he yesterday? Bros, FAU? Who's the kid in the portal? The kid the receiver?
Yeah, FAU. Rivers.
Then I saw a kid at NC State might be going. I mean, there's receivers. I need a receiver, Chris. I need a big-time receiver. That's what I need most.
They look pretty good, though. I'll say, I didn't know much about Elijah Badger before the season. I thought he had a great year.
Yeah.
Man, Jim DK has been fantastic. Yeah. Like, again, they do a really nice job of evaluating guys in the portal that fit well, not only in the schemes they run, but with the culture in the locker room.
Yeah, there's no question about that. So, and I'd love to see, by the way, I don't know what the bowl situation is going to be, but give me Florida, Syracuse or Florida Georgia Tech right here, and I'd be really happy.
I was going to say, we got to talk to Greg McGarity, right?
Yes.
That's all we got to get.
We get him every Friday. Listen, they have told, and I guess things can change, they have told us when Florida was 5-5 that they're bowl eligible, that'd be their top choice.
But it's
but you got to play some
wide
politics
open right now.
Right.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, it doesn't really. It's amazing how it works now, Chris. It really. I don't think anyone knows right now the next level of bowls. Obviously we wait and see who gets in and who doesn't get in, and then they go to work this weekend, and boom, it comes out Sunday. Everybody makes their deals.
It's one of the hardest things that we have to do all year long. I'll head to Atlanta on Wednesday. We'll do SEC championship game shows on Friday, do some stuff on Saturday, then I'll fly after the game to Charlotte, where at noon we'll start on the playoff release show, and then we go right into a bowl show, and we're talking about the matchup. Like it's one of the most fast and furious nights. The bowl announcements are leaking out. We're putting it all together. We're talking about who they're playing. Like I don't have any idea about some of these Big Ten teams that the SEC will play. It's a hectic couple hours for everybody involved in the whole bowl stuff as we kind of have it come to fruition.
Who is the who's going to be Team 12 tonight?
Ooh, man.
And 12, by the way, isn't going to be worth nothing. You really got to be like Team 10.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Who's going to be
the last one?
Yeah.
Man, I did you see the information about how much the line on Alabama changing from being projected to being missing to being in? I think we got the announcement from ESPN that ESPN Bet had gone from like plus 100 that they would miss the playoff to like minus 165 overnight that they would make the playoff.
Was Miami the other side of that? Like what's the other team that
I think it's
takes
Miami,
the hit?
Probably, right?
Yeah.
I think 3-loss Alabama wins the debate with 2-loss Miami by every objective court in the world. I really do.
Unfortunately, one of the metrics that's not used by the committee is Vegas point spreads. But I do think that there's value in taking a look at what would Vegas project if Miami and Alabama were playing one another. What would that line be? And I'd have to imagine that Alabama would be a touchdown favorite or so, probably, especially with all the defensive issues that the Canes have had here in the last half of the season.
Sounds about right. It'll be
by the way, I'm told you guys will get a kick out of this. This is great. I wish I knew this a day and a half ago, but apparently when the Noles couldn't hold off Jacksonville State at home a few years ago, guess who planted their flag right at midfield?
Yeah, they did.
Jacksonville State. Guess who just walked off the field?
Yeah.
Florida State. All right, so there you go. That just sums up.
They had regrets.
Sums it all up. Yeah, there it is. If they
then.
ever come here again.
Well, we appreciate you, man. We'll wrap it up next week. Talk some predictions, bowls, and see who's gonna win the Natty and all that. That's Heisman, all that talk as well.
Let's get that done over there. Florida to the Gator Bowl.
We're working on it.
Fitting, and I'd love to come over and watch.
Getting heavy lean.
Boys.
Love to have you. All right, buddy. Thanks.
All right, man.
Yep, there he goes. SEC Network's own Chris Doring. By the way, Thomas Castellanos from Boston College in the portal has said Auburn, Missouri, Florida State, and Miami have all reached out since he entered the portal.
And Florida State better be careful here.
Yeah.
They really better be careful if you take the Virginia quarterback or the BC quarterback. These dudes have been quarterbacking teams with your level talent.
Yeah.
And they're not doing any better than you are.
No.
I don't understand. And I know he's a local kid. I wish him well. Those dudes are better off going somewhere where they can play. Because they're not going to leave Florida State. This isn't FSU that just went.
No, this isn't tons of talent around me.
This is terrible. Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. In celebration of Awaken 180's 10th anniversary, Dave B., one of Awaken 180's very first clients, has a message to anyone looking for a long-term solution for weight loss.
When I kept the weight off the first year, when I kept the weight off the second year, when I kept the weight off the third year, when I was able to kind of just continue to sustain, and again, it was because I had the support. I know the support made the difference. All the different people I've talked to over the years, they've all been really very supportive. That was one of the differentiators where they were going to provide support to me for life. So it was the complete package. Paige, I want to say thank you for developing Awaken 180. It is an incredible program. It has changed my life, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much.
To piggyback on Dave's message, I also want to thank Paige and send my congratulations on Awaken 180's 10th anniversary. 10 years, over 23,000 clients, all of which receive free support for life. Find your solution at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, Hicken here for About 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion, currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and the founder of About 9. Visit About 9 Associates today. Experience the difference. They're keeping the first coast focused. That's About 9 and Associates.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Human trafficking destroys lives. You could do something to create hope this season. Make an end-of-the-year donation to Rethreaded. Your gift helps provide employment and support services for local survivors of human trafficking. Visit rethreaded.com and click on the tab to donate.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic Chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC. 904-859-3742.
It's the end of the year sale with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a $250 gift card for holiday shopping. With financing options as low as $150 a month, protecting your home's never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP, and this offer expires December 31st. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
I open the door and take you inside the locker room to get you closer to the field, the players and coaches you care about.
Get a look at Hayes' blog on 1010XL.com.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Need extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is always buying guns, musical instruments, surfboards, and tools, and pays cash money. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Wonderworld wants you to do. Wonderworld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Wonderworld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Wonderworld can.
And with Wonderworld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Wonderworld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Wonderworld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Wonderworld, and to top it off, Wonderworld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Wonderworld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, assistant team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson gave an overview of the locker room's mood as the losing continues.
They're hurting, they're disappointed, frustrated, they're scratching their heads like we all are, trying to figure this thing out. But it's a resilient group, too.
One of the bright notes from the loss to the Texans was the play of quarterback Mac Jones.
Mac played well, got us back in the game, did some really nice things, stood in the pocket, played tough, scrambles. Just what you ask as your backup quarterback to do, just run the offense, and he did a nice job.
Jag tight end Evan Ingram, the dirty hit to quarterback Trevor Lawrence, lit a spark.
Definitely a blow was going after that. We felt the need to really finish the drive. This is football. We started playing football. Just wanted to really just finish for Trev, too.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
Yeah. All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We like to call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, he likes to hand out a prize pack, a razzle-dazzle. E, what do you have today?
I got some Jaguars cooking gear. This set is from Foco, for fans only, and it includes a hat, an apron, a mitt, and a $50 gift card to Gotham City Limit Comics and Collectibles. This is all a part of the holiday gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
Entertaining game on Monday Night Football last night. I didn't think it would be any good, and I sat there and waited till the very end and watched it. So, but I did see this. I thought this was interesting. The Browns are paying Deshaun Watson $46 million and Jameis $4 million. The Broncos are paying Russell Wilson $38 million and Bo Nix $11 million. So the guys who are playing are making far less than the guys that they're paying to play the position, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Back to the Jags for a second, and this is part of, I don't know if this is team dysfunction or what. But how in the world, just out of curiosity, I'll ask both of you guys this question. As you're game planning or plotting your game plan and deciding who's playing what and when they're playing, how in the world is a guy going from being inactive week in and week out, week in and week out, week in and week out? He's got an ankle. He's not this. He's not doing the things he's supposed to be doing. And then he gets more snaps than anybody else on the interior defensive line. He's talking about Mason Smith, who played 39 snaps, Devon Hamilton 31, Eric Armstead 30, Tyler Lacey 24, Jeremiah Ledbetter 24. How is that? Well, what flips? Isn't that a little weird?
I don't. Well, no. What's
or is that the season's over?
No.
So.
What's weird is you pay a guy seven figures to pick the elite talent in the college draft, and he goes into round two and brings you a player that can't play all year. That's what's weird. So. You know, maybe we got the onboarding speech again and some of the more ridiculous rhetoric that the GM throws our way in addition to some, porous draft picks. I mean, you can't make your hay. You can't make your reputation. Oh, he really hit Brian Thomas. Well, great. You're supposed to hit first rounders. I'm glad he hit Brian Thomas. I just, every year removed from a Trent Baalke draft, the prospects of what he had there seem to dim, don't they, Dan? Like, you can get excited about a draft class. This is going to show us this, that, or that. Then you look in 3 or 4 years, and they just not amounted to anything. That's what he does. It's what he did at San Francisco, and how he buried them.
Our guy Trevor, who's very low-key dude, very chill quarterback, right? And we all wish him well, and we know he's home recuperating, and he's our guy, man. We ride or die with Trev. I mean, we signed him, so he's our guy.
Sure, for sure. He'll be. And by the way, regardless of how disappointed and anxious we are waiting for this, superstar that we've been promised. He'll be an attractant to coaches. When it comes down to you want to coach the Jaguars or the Panthers won't have an opening. He'll be the best quarterback of He'll be the best quarterback of the available teams. Which again, if you got a good GM, you got a good football smart owner, gives you a big advantage. Somehow we're going to end up with some coordinator from somewhere. Who will, kiss the ring of the GM who didn't lose his job.
Well, one of these JAs on Twitter.
Bunch on there, I hear.
Who's a Houston fan.
Okay.
And
they have fans, huh?
His picture is that called the avatar?
That's called the avatar.
His avatar is him and his son sitting at the beach. Him and his little boy.
Is he a local Houston fan? Or you don't know? Okay. Well, you said the beach. I thought Houston all they had was like dust and tumbleweeds.
I'm sure it's a vacation.
Yeah, sure.
He's from Houston.
If you're Houston,
Texas.
you got to leave to enjoy anything.
His thing.
Unless you want to go to like a strip club or
underneath
something
his
untoward.
avatar, he says "Here to talk Texans," so he's all about the Texans.
Uh-huh.
And he threw shade at Trevor for the injury, which was has a picture of the guy about to unload on Trevor and put on a.
Well, so you're proud of that play, aren't
GIF,
you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then after he took Trevor's tweet where he said, "Hey, thanks for everybody, concern. I'm feeling better. Means a lot, though. Thank y'all."
Sure.
He puts a GIF out making fun of Trevor and all this, and Trevor fired back at him.
Good for him.
I know. I'm sure you're a great example for your son. God bless you, bro.
Nice.
Hey,
That's beautiful.
walk off mic drop.
Right.
And I know I think he took it down. And I'm sure he probably wishes he had. I don't care. Good for you, Trev.
Right.
Every now and then.
No, he ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, I'm sure you're a great example of your jit.
Yeah. That's right.
Leave it up there, man.
Yeah.
No, Trevor took it down or the other guy took it down?
I don't know. They were
I'm
telling
sure
me.
the other guy ran for the hills like most of you social media tough guys. You run for the hills when you actually get called.
Yep.
But I thought that
I don't want to know how many of y'all come up and pat us on the back, say hello when you see us somewhere, and then, online or somewhere else, you're this, that, or the other. Down sand, boys.
So anyway, I don't know if Rob Manfred has lost his damn mind.
Oh. He's the Major League Baseball commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Manfred.
I love the game of baseball. You love the game of baseball.
I do. I'm a baseball fan.
We're fans. We love the purity of the game.
Pitchers and catchers, before you know it.
Yep. It's another spring. Hope springs eternal. There's nothing quite like it. We do love the game.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Manfred is the Major League Baseball commissioner.
All right.
Okay. He's overseeing right now a Major League Baseball, a group that has two teams playing in minor league ballparks.
Pro sports right now are in their glory, are in this unfair world of no matter how average they are, they're printing money. Like they're all making money. Like Major League Baseball is making more money than ever. NBA is making more money than ever. They're making more money than ever without really doing anything to deserve it. And I guess just the growing world and the way you can maximize revenue, online and other worldwide and other places. But yeah, it's disappointing because they haven't done really anything to make the game better.
Yeah.
I guess that's not true. The pitch clock has been a big, big help.
Well, now
shorten games.
Manfred has decided to throw this out for Major League Baseball to consider. The golden at bat rule.
What? Okay.
Hey,
Willy Wonka, what are you doing?
Hey, it's the Braves. Braves are down 3-2. It's the 9th inning. You haven't used the golden at bat rule. I know you're not up here, but Acuna, get up there. You're up again.
What company picnic are you at, Manfred? Did he say, was he drunk?
He had to be. This can't be legit.
That can't be. I can't be legit.
Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has introduced the golden at bat rule, allowing teams one strategic opportunity per game to send their top hitter to the plate, regardless of the batting order.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, seriously.
Is that real?
It can't be real. You cannot be the commissioner of a league and
That can't be real.
float something like that publicly.
That can't be real.
No, that's just dumb.
Huh?
What happens if he's on third already?
Huh?
What happens if he's on third already? Ghost runner? Like an invisible man?
Oh, my God.
Seriously, if you bring, if you get the ball home before the runner gets to first, he's out. I mean, what are we doing?
I mean, running bases next?
Teams in the NFL that are done it, I don't feel sorry for. There's one real close to the top. I don't. It's only because of who they play that I ever really somewhat root for them. But I have a deep, long disdain for this football team. Not quite to the level of the Rams, but not shedding a tear at all for the 49ers getting a little comeuppance this year.
Yeah.
Some injury issues that they can't overcome, some decisions, some late game failures that us mortals have. They've dropped 3 games with 10-point leads in the fourth.
It's
home games in the division, 10-point leads, fourth quarter, can't hold it. And at 5-7, DAL in the NFC West. And I bring this up not to pile on, but they got more terrible news yesterday. No McCaffrey, no Jordan Mason as they go on IR. And by the way, I know they've had a lot of things that have gone wrong, a lot of injuries. Guys have missed finite amounts of time. But the one guy's been absent for the whole time is Christian McCaffrey.
What's amazing about the Niners, if you look them up, this might surprise you, might not. Kyle Shanahan's in his 8th year there. And they are boom or bust.
They've had more bad seasons than you remember.
4 losing seasons now, if they end up having a losing year this year, and 4 seasons where they went to at least the NFC title game. I guess you take that as a fan, but it's got to be frustrating to go through it. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
They made 2. Now, they haven't gotten you just want that one. They haven't won. They've lost 2 Super Bowls to Kansas City, lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship game, lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. The Eagles one wasn't really their fault. They had no quarterback, if you remember.
Right. Purdy got hurt like the first play.
Yeah.
They're really going like, that may be another Josh Johnson star.
It was like, who?
It may have been him.
They might have used a position player.
I think it was Josh Johnson again. I really do.
We have to look that up.
Josh Johnson, that's the guy, right? The San Diego State guy that's played everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Or San Diego.
But anyway, he's 6-10, 4-12, 6-10, and 5-7 are his losing years. So it is crazy about that with Kyle Shanahan.
The draft is coming, and draft season is coming, and we're certainly going to dive into any and all positions.
Yeah, we're officially eliminated, by the way.
I know. I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I just tried to keep that on the down low.
Yeah.
What's Dougie going to tell his team now that his irrational hopes are long gone?
Yeah.
Somehow dangling an idiotic, rotten carrot that you can somehow be a playoff team?
Yeah.
Y'all can't get 3rd and 1. Stop it. Every year in the draft, though, every year in the NFL, there's a guy who, flashes in the league or who is just better than you thought he was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never believed in him, and you even see projections for certain players that you think, well, that's too high. He's not. He's a product of this system, or he played opposite this guy. There's, without a doubt, there's a guy who falls into that category for me from last year's draft, who I never believed the hype, and he went as he was hyped, and he has performed, I would say, above it.
Okay.
Can you guess who that is?
It's a guy that you didn't like.
It's an offensive player who I thought was being forecasted higher, like in mock drafts, than I would have thought. I would have thought he was more a product of a system than a elite, difference-making athlete. But I've been proven wrong here in his rookie year.
Yes, I'll get this.
I have one more hint that we'll give it away.
Performed better than you thought.
And again, better than I thought, especially because I thought he was projected way too high. I did not feel this guy.
Brock Bowers.
No, I liked him. I thought he was going to be awesome, but you're in the right neighborhood.
And he is awesome.
Yeah, I thought he would be awesome. I drafted him. I thought that he went. I would have taken him in the, anywhere in that draft.
An offensive player.
It is. And again,
we're not talking about our guy. Obviously.
No. He but this guy probably got about as much.
I don't know who.
Lad McConkey.
Oh yeah,
Lad McConkey leads better than our guy.
Yeah, he's a
in
good
yards.
Player.
Lad McConkey has 815.
Yeah, you didn't like him.
No, I never. Well, it's not so much I didn't like. I just didn't. I find it hard to believe. I think he's riding some of the success of what George is doing. When in fact he was, as it turns out, a big part of it. Brian Thomas Jr.
He's a starter in the Mendenhall Bowl.
He definitely is.
Brian Thomas, he'll start at corner, too, while we're at it. Brian Thomas Jr. has 765 yards. That is 50 yards behind Lad McConkey for the rookie receiving yardage title. So that's something we can watch down the stretch.
Now, if our quarterback could throw, Brian Thomas have about 900.
Well,
right now.
and Bowers is crushing them both, but I'm looking at the receiver position, so I don't need you to tell me, Brock Bowers leads everyone. I know he does, and he's 4th in the league in receiving yards.
He's terrific.
He just had a huge day the other day. But while McConkey leads Thomas in yards,
mm-hmm.
He doesn't dominate him across the board. Thomas is averaging 16.6 yards a catch, only 14.1 for McConkey. And also Thomas has 6 touchdowns, which does lead rookie receivers, including Brock Bowers. No rookie has more touchdown catches this year than Brian Thomas Jr. So finding some positives here in what's been a miserable year. And I think with a total flushing and refreshing in both the front office and the coaching staff, I think we could experience a really, really quick turnaround here, Dan. The right coach, the right mentality, there's enough there, I believe, to especially on offense. If we get a playbook that's, more recent than 2013.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We'll get hectic here in just a bit.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
But right now, it's E, courteous, kind, and correct. You better come right now on the phone. And E, what are they going to get?
Jaguars cooking set.
A cooking set.
From Foco, which is
Foco.
for fans only.
Okay.
It includes a hat and apron, a mitt, plus a $50 gift certificate to Gotham City Limits Comics and Collectibles.
Oh.
This is all part of the holiday gift guide.
Darn right it is.
Make sure you head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. English is their second language. Their native tongue is teal and black. Let's go! Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony bring you Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
10 to noon on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 5 million active members. It's Prize Picks. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player staff projections, and baby, watch the winnings roll on in. And when your picks hit, which they usually do, you get your money quickly because Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. I like to make Sundays fun days, but you can do it any day of the week. You can play all the different sports. It's a lot of fun. And right now, just download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX, JAX, $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man, run your game. Google Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're H-A-P-P-Y, H-A-P-P-Y, because Happy Honda Days are here. Everything is bigger. Bigger selection, bigger discounts, bigger trade-in values. Honda, quality, value, safety. Don't miss Happy Honda Days, going on now at your local Honda dealer.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Get off the ladder and put on the helmet with Gutter Helmet of North Florida. We are family owned and manufactured locally. Cleaning your gutters is a dangerous and dirty job. That's why with Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. Water goes in your gutters while trash and debris go on the ground. It won't collect like filters do. Gutter Helmet protects. Call now for 10% off and a free gutter cleaning and tune-up with your purchase of Gutter Helmet. Call 904-762-7779.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help toward solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Walker Little of your Jacksonville Jaguars for Kingfish Pest Control. I've been a Kingfish customer for a while now and can confirm that their service is incredible. Not only do they protect my family from pests, Kingfish's office staff is the friendliest around. They even email me a photo of the tech before arriving at my home. Kingfish Pest Control is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Be sure to enter their SWAT That Kick sweepstakes for free pest control for 3 years. Go to kingfishpest.com and tell them Walker Little sent you.
Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I talk about Beaches Dermatology all the time, protecting your skin. I talked about Drs. Boudreaux, Drs. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, but there's so much more to Beaches Dermatology. Cosmetic specials, skin exams, Fernandina location coming soon, hydrofacials, laser hair removal for the winter. They do it all at Beaches Dermatology, but I always come back to one thing. They've been taking care of me for years. And what I do is I go there and I get updates because I've had some basal cell carcinomas taken off my skin in my history. So you got to protect your skin from the sun. And if anything pops up, just go online at beachesdermatology.com to make an appointment. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being a peacemaker. Friends, so often we can only want to help people who are in our inner circle. But God never had inner circles. The world was his inner circle, and he's depending on us to make a difference and to leave our mark in this life. So go out today receiving his peace and then sharing it with the world.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. Season-long nightmare for FSU is now in the books, and head coach Mike Norvell started looking to next season with the hiring of former UCF and Auburn head coach Gus Malzahn to take charge of the offense. The two have a previous work history together. Norvell worked under Malzahn as a graduate assistant at Tulsa. The Noles also look to invigorate their defense with the hiring of Nebraska defensive coordinator Tony White, according to ESPN. White's defense at Nebraska this season has statistically been one of the best in the country. Edward Waters University men and women's basketball team had road trips to take on Kentucky State University. The Lady Tigers got the victory, and the men took the loss. UNF women's basketball is on the road to face Minnesota this evening. Tip-off is at 8. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 8:06 and it's 40 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Today's Power Poll is brought to you by Royal Pest Services Jacksonville.
Number 30 last week. 2-10, and in serious contention. Now, I didn't think it was possible, but I would say we're in serious contention for the first overall pick.
Okay.
I would.
I do too. I didn't think so. Like when we fell into the last spot, I've been under this incredible illusion that's now just been unmasked. I've lost all confidence in Doug Peterson. My confidence in Trent Baalke has just been, non-existent forever.
Hey, when we did that, when the Guggen told me the guy owes me $10.
Yeah.
Was the bet that they wouldn't win another game?
They bet was.
Was that it?
But I think we win the following week.
Well, no, we won, yeah. But wasn't that the bet?
Yes.
I would like to tell that guy that, you know what? As much of a welcher that you are, I feel like if we don't win another game, I'll give him $10.
Dang. Just text us back, bro.
But he's gutless. He's been gutless. He went in hiding because of the $10. But I will hand him $10 if he comes back and then the Jags don't win another game, just because he's closer to being right than I was, quite frankly.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's how bad we are. You made a Guggen right. What number do you got, boys? 30 last week.
40.
We're the worst in the league.
40 and 32.
They can't play. If they put it in, I lose. I've already lost a lot of editorial respect for ESPN. But if we're not last in the power poll at this point, I mean, the Raiders had the Chiefs beat last week. We're the worst team. And anything that speaks counter to that is just wrong.
And, each week when they do the power poll, they have this little caveat, this little extra story around it. And this week is perfect for the Jags. And it's called First Time Pro Bowl Nominee. So D-Rock comes up with a first-time Pro Bowl nominee. Who should go to the Pro Bowl? So at 32 or at 40, there is no 40, so you've been eliminated, but good guess. I would have voted for you. The New York Football Giants are dead last. They're 2-10.
No, they're not.
Linebacker Bobby Okereke is their first-time Pro Bowl nominee. He's got 2 sacks, 3 passes to Temple, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recovers, 93 tackles. He's been very good. At 31...
Okay, that's the bottom line is this. If we played the Giants this week, they would beat us.
Okay, that's fine. At 31, it's the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's not your list? Is that what you're saying?
No. Their first-time Pro Bowl nominee is Brock Bowers, who makes sense. He's got the most receptions in the league.
And up there in yards.
But here's where it's fitting, and here's why we should be 32. Because at number 30 for the second week in a row, it's our Jaguars. Our first-time Pro Bowl nominee.
One of the kickers.
Logan Cook, baby.
Do it.
And Logan Cook, I can't believe he hasn't been in the Pro Bowl. He's the best punter in the NFL. He's terrific. We have a great punter and kicker. And that's all we have. And a long snapper. That's where we're solid.
You know, I was talking about the rookie that's a lot better than I would have thought.
Yeah.
And we went McConkey. You know who else falls that? This would be your guy, especially Bo Nix. That guy's better than we gave him credit for.
Yes.
Something happened when he went from Auburn to Oregon, and they changed him.
Well, I think Sean Payton's done a great job, and I think.
But he was really good. He was better than Dylan Gabriel is this year for Oregon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Lions are first. The Bills are second. The Chiefs are third. The Eagles are fourth. There's your
the
top
Lions
14.
are first.
Lions, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles.
Yes.
That's probably the only team that I would say be careful that you're not including them in that group would be the Steelers. It's time to understand that the Steelers, this isn't the piece it together, make the most with least kind of Mike Tomlin season. This is a good football team with a champion quarterback, good lines of scrimmage, a defense that can get out after you, a running back who's clearly ticked. Najee Harris is having a good year after they didn't give him, didn't pick up that option and decided to move on. So I think the Steelers probably deserve to be in that. They don't feel like it. They're not as sexy as those 4, but I feel like they're there. Are they 5th? Pittsburgh, or do they even have them 5th?
I've left the building.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I've left them.
Yeah, I won't know further updates either, so that's perfect.
And no one really cares. It's the power poll. I did see this article, though, and I wanted to talk about this real quick. 7 coaches on the hot seat in the National Football League. They are Brian Daboll. Back or not back, boys? Brian Daboll.
He gone.
He gone. I think he's back. Jeff? Brian Daboll. Gone or back?
I think he should be back. I think they're making a mistake if they don't give that guy a chance with a quarterback.
Jared Mayo's already on the hot seat.
Already? Yeah.
Hey.
Hadn't worked.
Yeah.
They're probably going to kick themselves for not going Vrabel.
Yeah. Antonio Pierce is on the hot seat.
That was just a dumb hire. The Raiders do this every time. They hire the interim guy, and then even when the interim guy's good, then they'll fire him anyway. The one that they had that was good and took him to the playoffs, they didn't keep. Biasucci or whatever his name was.
Jeff Ulbrich, he's an interim. He's not going
Yeah. Who was that? Was that the Jets?
Yeah. Zach Taylor is on the hot seat, and he should be.
I think he getting one
I
more.
don't know. I think you guys got to get a new defensive coordinator. Their offense. He's an offensive guy.
The defense coordinator is highly respected.
Well, then how is it the coach's fault? How is it Zach Taylor's fault?
It's actually the owner's fault.
Yeah, because Zach Taylor is an offensive guy. Their offense is terrific. I mean, you're responsible, but if the defensive coordinator is supposed to be good, then I guess the defensive
Brian Callahan they have one.
Where's Brian Callahan?
Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4 first-year guys on the hot seat. And, of course, Doug Peterson is on the hot seat. Is there any chance Doug Peterson is back next year? I guess there is when you got Shad Khan.
It is so conduct unbecoming of an owner if he doesn't switch this
Here's
thing
what
up.
D-Rock says. At 2-10, the Jags are 1 loss away from matching the record they had in 21 under the disastrous reign of Urban Meyer. After going 17-6 in their first season and a half under Peterson, they've gone 3-15 since. Oh, my goodness. 3-15. The Panthers are the only team with a worse point differential. 3-15 is the worst mark in the NFL. There's an argument to be made the Jags have been unlucky. They're 1-9 record in 1-score games over that 18-game span, but this team has repeatedly contorted itself into finding ways to underperform or lose. Peterson has blamed his players for some of the mistakes the team has made, and he isn't wrong. Both Jacksonville quarterbacks missed touchdown passes to Brian Thomas on deep post Sunday. The offense has looked disjointed and out of sync all season. They don't have a consistent running game. They have little faith in their play-action attack. Their passer rating is more than 21 points better using play fakes this season. But on Sunday, to be fair, the play-action game was hopeless. The defense is impulsive and sloppy. The Jags are weak up the middle, where the linebackers and safeties are too easily pulled out of position. They seem more concerned with making big hits than sound tackling. What big hits do we have this year?
We seem concerned with making big hits?
Yeah, he said they're more concerned with it. Do we have any big hits?
Man,
I don't know. Probably.
We rank last in the league in QBR allowed against play action, 26th on QBR and throws between the numbers, last in QBR allowed on tight ends, which is a brutal figure for a team that invested big money in the linebackers, Foye,
and high draft
and
picks.
a first-round pick.
Yeah.
And Devin
Yeah,
Lloyd.
it's been all you need to know is, look, Trent Baalke took over in 2020. He had the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. By the end of 22, had a team that was willing to go to the playoffs and has tanked worse. He's going to have the number 1 pick again. He's just awful. This is so easy.
What needs to happen next? I would say the Jags need to show they want to save Peterson's job, but they've shown precious little fire for most of this season without any impact to Peterson or OC Press Taylor. They have one of the league's easiest schedules over the final 5 weeks, but they're also the weakest team on their opponent's schedule.
They are the easiest schedule, right? We talked about that. I'll give you another first-time Pro Bowler that's not a punter.
Yeah.
A real player.
Okay.
Trayvon Walker.
Yeah.
It's probably hard, though. He's our king of the dipsticks. That's the problem with Jacksonville.
Yeah.
His 7, 8.5 look amazing. So you go around the league and, that guy for Denver last night has 10 and a pick 6.
Yeah.
So he's middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Again, I've heard people coming to the defense of, see, it was worth the number 1 pick. What planet, bro?
Yeah.
Number 1 picks have 18 sacks. They're destroyers. They're not getting you a sack every other game. And Trayvon's fine. He's a good piece on that line.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of good pieces. He's one of them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that doesn't suddenly, oh, yeah, now I see why we did it. What?
Well, Trey Hendrickson, Nick Benito, Dan Neal Hunter, Myles Garrett, Jonathan Grenard, Will McDonald of the Jets, TJ Watt, Will Anderson, Andrew Van Ginkel, Dexter Lawrence, Dante Fowler Jr., and Trayvon Walker. Trayvon Walker's tied for 11th with Dante Fowler Jr. and Kyle Van
And
Noy.
8.5's good. I mean, that's good. And he's on pace to get 11 or 12. You would think, you would hope. So, but no, that doesn't. I can find somebody probably in the same draft ahead of him who's got more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know when Benito came into the league, or did Grenard come in same year as Trayvon? Probably. Pretty close. And this is what I love about these draft nicks, okay? Mm-hmm. You can't take a running back in round 1, you find it in round 4. Where'd Grenard go? You can take big guy. You got, not you, they'll scream it. You got to take big guys in round 1.
Yeah.
You can find speed in this, all the rounds. Well, I mean, here's Grenard. He's got more sacks in his career than Trayvon Walker went number 1. This dude went round 3. So, I mean, point being, this is more, again, I'm taking up for the running backs. They just.
Yeah.
And that's if they came in the exact same year. I could be wrong. They could be a year.
Jonathan Grenard came in COVID year, 2020.
20, so 1 year ahead.
He had.
No, actually 2 years. I mean, Trayvon wasn't here till 22.
Last 2 years, he's had 12.5 and 10 sacks. So he's been very good.
And he had 8 his second year. So, but no, that probably. Point being, though,
he's a good player, man. I like
a third
him.
round pick. He's not a whole lot different than Trayvon.
Yeah.
When it comes to, I say this more because I know as we get more closer to the draft, I'm going to be exclusive in who I want. I can already feel this. Mm-hmm. I know where I'm heading. We'll have this, conversation probably 100 times between now and April. I know where I'm going to end up. I know which train I'm going to be on. I know what seat I'm in on the passenger bullet train to the draft. I know who I want.
Come on down.
And it ain't a big guy. It's Travis Hunter. That's who I want.
Yeah.
And I can be wrong. I don't, told I'm wrong, and be aware of the 10 reasons why I shouldn't.
And you'll take it with 1 overall if we get the first overall?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And then I can decide, do I have an all-pro receiver or an all-pro corner?
Interesting news for we got to head to break. We'll head to break. We'll come back. We got the Lockett Law High Score Report. We're going to talk to Coach Maslin from Raines High School. He's done a terrific job over there. They are loaded for bear, and they are chasing a state championship. I love Duval County Public Schools. It's a tough gig as a football coach, and I give him a lot of credit. We'll talk to him next. right here on the drill. By the way, FSU has made it official. I think Gus Malzahn and Nebraska defense coordinator Tony White are their new offensive and defensive coordinators. The interesting thing with Tony White, I think Pot Roast is coming with him. So Pot Roast was coaching out at Nebraska.
Terrence Knighton.
Yeah, Terrence Knighton, and I think he's coming. So I'll take a break, come back with more next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. When you don't want to wait till tomorrow for analysis of today's game, get it 2 hours after the final whistle. Hacker Leon and Coach Campo bring you the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Presented by Von Rowan Law and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Hey, make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, the ball's in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer is early detection and prevention. 45, that's the new 50. And this is for men and ladies. Get screened for colon cancer now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization that's devoted to building a healthy and equitable community free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com and get all the information that you need. We thank you.
If your IT, data security, and your office copiers are operating perfectly, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, as your technology partner.
Advanced Business Solutions.
Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Nimnick has been in business for over 81 years because they've been doing business the right way. Stop by Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Protect your home with Tyson Sound and Security. Denny Thompson here. Porch Pirates are on the prowl. But with their smart doorbell camera, you'll see who's at your door whether you're home or not. Tyson's smart doorbell camera gives you peace of mind detecting people and packages, keeping your family and belongings safe all season long. Call Tyson Sound and Security today for holiday savings on cameras and home security systems. Enjoy a worry-free holiday with Tyson Sound and Security.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
You don't think this would be a good moment to text somebody?
There's never a bad moment to share your opinion on the 1010XL text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Share your opinion
As soon as possible.
at 641-1010.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our
first contestant, a stay-at-home gymnast from Jacksonville, Florida. It's Gwendolyn Pierce.
Thank you, Monty. I don't know who installed my air conditioner, but it hasn't had a tune-up in over 3 years. Am I cool?
Let's ask our expert judging panel. Judges? I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. You're not cool. Johnny, tell her why.
That's right. To keep your air conditioner performing at its best, you need a skilled technician to check your pressures, voltages, and air filters in the fall and the spring. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, our club members get 2 free visits a year to make sure that you are cool.
Can you tell me if my haircut is sexy?
You're better off not asking.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Need a piece of jewelry that won't break your wallet? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has tons of reconditioned jewelry, always inspected by their jeweler. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
A home run! Touchdown! A monster jam!
They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
Yeah. If you haven't been over to the graveyard, you've been missing out. The boys over there put together one heck of a season. And the head man, Donovan Maslin, the coach.
Darn right.
Of Ichiban joins us right now.
Let me tell you how, you know this, you've been in Jacksonville longer than me. But like the relevance of Rains, when I was at the University of Florida, cutting my teeth and becoming a young journalist.
Yes.
I went to a playoff game at Old Citizens Field.
Yes.
Where Buchholz hosted Patrick Sapp at Rains. That's how far. I swear since Patrick Sapp came to 1989 or whatever it was to Buchholz, I swear Rains is like been a playoff team every year since. It feels that way. So.
Coach, congratulations. How we doing?
Thank you so much. We're doing very well this morning.
Now, what years were you at Rains?
This is year 5 as a head coach. I've been assistant. Started coaching in 2012.
2012.
As soon as I graduated college. Yeah, so I've been here since 2012.
Yes, sir. And boy, you got a good team this year. I like to watch.
Yes,
I like to watch them highlights. Ooh, those guys are good.
Oh yeah, yeah. One game at a time.
I know.
The kids are excited.
I know.
And,
I know. I know.
You know what, Coach? I use this in like pro sports. It's probably even more applicable, but it pro sports it's easier because man, everybody is so good. But like DNA. Your program's got DNA. There's an expectation when a ninth grader shows up to the hallways of Rains High School. There's an expectation about what it means to be a part of that football program. And outside of the wins and losses, right? So, that can be an advantage, but it can also be a standard. No,
it's definitely an advantage and a standard. The standard has been set, and we challenge our student athletes to continue to meet that standard and also exceed it and set new heights for the student athletes that come to follow, that come in as ninth graders. We want them to understand how to, come in, day out, inside the classroom, how to walk the hallways, how to go at 210 in the auditorium for film study, for study hall, and, to transfer it over to practice and then ultimately on Friday. So it's definitely a standard that, the kids are continuing to meet and then try to set new standards moving forward.
Well, Jeff mentioned, the Reigns, the tradition of Reigns football, and you know it as well as anybody. You're the head coach at Reigns. They know, we don't know the head coaches' names at a lot of high schools. We appreciate all the work that you guys do for nothing, by the way. That's a whole nother story, but we'll get into that later. But Freddie Stevens, Welton, Coach Wiley, now you.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, that's a proud position to have and one that you don't take lightly, I know.
Definitely don't take it lightly. I'm definitely, I've been humbled and, just extremely blessed for this opportunity to lead this, prestigious program, to follow the footsteps of those great giants and, to walk on those shoulders. You look at the pedigree and the teams that they've coached. You look at the makeup and you look at how they did it. I remember, as a 7-year-old coming to watch in 1997, watching Coach Coffey coach and being a kid that was running on the side of the stands, throwing the football. So I remember, coming to the games, the excitement, the aura that was around the program. So just watch that growing up, and now you have the opportunity to implement your own DNA into the program, and to see the trajectory that it's been going in. So I'm extremely proud and humbled to have this opportunity to coach these young men on and off the field and in life, and I'm just excited for the success that they're having.
Now that's your alma mater, right? You played there.
Yes, sir. I graduated 2008.
2008.
I came in, in fall 04.
Youngster, by the way, Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started as a ninth grader on varsity, and it just continued. I was always a student athlete who had to prove himself. On and off the field. I was short in stature, and I just played with a chip on my shoulder, and that's how I coach, and that's how I approach life as a whole. And it pours over into the kids, and they're doing the same thing. They want to prove something. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they just taking it one game at a time.
Now, let me ask you, Coach. You have this man on your staff. We like to call him Coach AJ. What does he bring to the program exactly?
Coach AJ Jackson, he brings a lot of energy. He brings a lot of excitement.
Yes, sir.
He brings a wealth of knowledge in the position of wide receivers. So he's been doing a great job.
Coach,
Did he pay you $20 for this?
Coach, with all due respect, I can come out there and coach the Reigns wide receivers. Those fellas, can fly and they can catch. I was one of my. I used to love watching Reigns. If you ever get a chance, go watch Reigns play football. When they're throwing it around, they'll go four wide, and they're like. I go back to Jefferson. I go back to Bam.
That's way back. Yeah.
These guys. Four wide, they all run like deer, and the quarterback can sit back there and go, "Let's see, who do I feel like getting the ball to?" Because 3 of the 4 are open. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. But I say this with all due respect. One of my favorite memories in all of sports is covering some Reigns State. Go and watch it. I'm screaming for Durham and down in Orlando. He had a run that game that was second to none.
That was phenomenal.
It was like Brunel against the Broncos.
Yeah.
It was incredible. So,
Coach, I'm going to ask you about a play I've never asked you about. Maybe at a high school media day a couple years ago. I think I already know what the answer is going to be. And lucky for you, I'm not going to ask you where he's going to college. I'll let him take care of all that. But I mean, we've had some impressive guys roll through here through the years, Coach. And this Solomon Thomas is about as impressive a young man and football player as anyone we've had. So I can only imagine the level of leadership that he's bringing your program. It's not often that the bell cow of a high school program isn't a skill position player, and I know you probably he'd like to see, and y'all like to see his career along with everyone else's, season pay off with a state title. But just talk to the level of player that he has been for y'all, and what he's going to be at the next level wherever that decision comes. And it sure feels like there's some anxious moments going on over there.
Solomon, he's a well-rounded young man on and off the field. He came to us as a ninth grader. That was going into his second year playing football, just in life period. And just to see the maturation throughout these years, the mental aspect of it, to continue to grow, to continue to get better. He set a goal for himself, and, he worked day in and day out to achieve that goal. And, he wanted to be the best lineman in the country, and he worked his tail off, when, it's time to come in the weight room, he's the first one there. He's the last one to leave. He always, when it's time to work, he's going to work extra. If it's time to get extra work, he's going to do that even more. So he'll come to workouts, here, and then he'll go do his personal workouts, with his trainer. So just to see his determination, his commitment, his sacrifice that he's putting in, his investment into his body to get to where he wants to go, and just being a great leader, someone that the students can look up to, they can follow, and understand what it means to put in work and see the results that you're trying to get. So I'm excited for his future. Whatever school that he decides to attend, I know they're getting a well-rounded young man who's going to be a staple in their program for his leadership. He's going to be a loyal candidate to their program. He's going to turn the tide for the O-line, whoever he may choose. Last time I checked, he was committed to Florida State, but the college recruitment has been kind of crazy the last couple of days, last couple of hours. So who knows? But I know he's a loyal guy. In the world of the transfer portal and kids leaving different high schools, but he stayed here throughout his 4 years. So that's just a testament to his parents. And Miss Thomas, she's a great woman, a woman of God, and a woman of favor. And she worked tirelessly, in the concession stand with my mom to make sure that the kids have what they need, so that we can provide throughout this season for them. So I'm just happy for the family, happy for him, and the success that he will have.
Well, Coach, congrats on everything. 12-0, Friday night at the Graveyard, right? 6:30 kick. Is that what time we go? What do we got?
6:30 kick.
All right, let's go. Let's go get a win and keep the march going towards the state championship.
Absolutely.
One at a time, Coach. One play, 4 to 6 seconds. I need your best.
Yes, sir. You'll definitely get it out of these young men. They're excited. They're hungry. Yesterday's practice was phenomenal, and it's just great to see a group of young men just band together and just for one common goal. Everybody's unselfish. They just want to see each other succeed and win in life. So that's what I'm excited about.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all you do for those kids, and appreciate you and appreciate the Reigns Vikings football program. Take care, Coach. Thank you.
Shout out to my dad and mom.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Shout out, Mr. and Mrs. Maslin. All right, that's Donovan Maslin, head coach over at Reigns High School. Lockett Law High Score report. Know before you blow. Thank you to Lee Lockett for all that he does for the kids in the area and the coaches and everybody. We got Reigns. We got St. Aug still playing
Trinity.
football. And Trinity.
That's pretty much it for
That's
the
it.
surrounding area, huh?
Yeah, and Trinity's got
Yeah, they've got a monster waiting on them. All right, let's take a quick timeout. Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Big toys for big boys, much more. You can count on Catlin. Downtown 2nd and Main. Online, WilliamCatlin.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hacker here. I know I've been sharing my Awaken 180 story for a while now, talking about how much I lost every week, and yeah, that's cool, but I get it, redundant. So let me tell you something that hit me like a freight train the other day. I checked out my Awaken 180 weigh-in portal, and the number just clicked. I started at nearly 320 pounds, and today, my scale read just over 200 pounds. Let that sink in. I'm now lighter than 90% of my buddies. And let me tell you, that's a flex I couldn't dream of a year ago. I owe it all to my Awaken 180 coach and to the program set out to work for anyone. It's been absolutely life-changing. Don't just take my word for it. Head over to my Twitter at RyanGreen1010XL. You'll see the transformation for yourself. But the real transformation, that's how I feel every single day, every step I take, and every morning I wake up. Get that same feeling. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day or any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Well, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, 20 plus years, and he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine, and you bet I'm going with him. Why? Well, listen, you need an appointment. Sometimes you don't feel well, and the doctor can't see you for a couple weeks. Not with Doc T. You get in that day, right? Medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. He gets right back to you 7 days a week. It's almost like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as physicians, Rick Townsend, man, he's one of the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, Nobody does it better. So if it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, or frozen specialists, I can go on and on. All you got to do is go to mypvconcierge.com. Go to mypvconcierge.com. You get all your answers and sign up today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Bolt City AC, heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bolt City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bolt City AC, we got the crew. Bolt City AC.
Visit BoldCityAC.com.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine Oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Homeowners, listen up. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Hey, it's Prosser here, and the Fed has dropped the rates again. The election is over, and Loan Pronto has APRs in the low 5s for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans. If your current mortgage rate is over 6%, or if you're in the process with another lender, don't settle. Call Loan Pronto now for a second opinion. Lock a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. And if you act now, you won't make your first payment till February. This 5-minute call saves homeowners an average of $5,000, lower rates and lower fees. So get your Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. It's Loan Pronto. Call them at 904-999-1508, or you can visit loanpronto.com. That's Loan Pronto at 904-999-1508, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Here's a special message from our president.
Thanks, David. This is Jordan Harrington, president of Royal Pest Services. We'd like to thank everyone who has trusted Royal Pest for their pest control needs this year. Wishing all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Royal Pest family.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all tend to think alike, right? We think about those monthly premiums we pay, we add them up in our head, and we go, man, that's a lot of money. So if something happens, man, we need you to be there. And that's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do for us with Goosehead Insurance. I mean, and I speak from experience, right? Something happens, you call the Kaprowskis, boom, they jump on it. They got your answers within the hour. That's how they work, right? If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Sometimes it gets lost in this day and age, but out with the Kaprowskis, they don't take that stuff lightly. How do I know? Because they've helped me, they've helped my son, they've helped my daughter numerous times. And whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com, or call them 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprowski are part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson remarked on how to prevent the number of injuries Trevor Lawrence experienced this past year.
You know, you have conversations every year like, hey, okay, we got to, do a better job of sliding, better job of getting out of bounds. We throw the ball away, just live to punt.
At this point in the season, the Jag head coach commented on how the team will move forward with quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
You got to take it all into consideration, obviously, and, make a smart choice, make a headsy sort of determination with him and his health. And then obviously, where we are as a team right now.
Jag center Mitch Morse reacted to his quarterback being out once again.
You feel for the guy, right? Like, come back, fought so hard, as quickly as that. It's tough to see.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Did you see that officially, I guess?
Yeah!
Mike Norvell has turned in the paperwork over there in Tallahassee.
For what?
I mean, it's just kind of procedural here, but he's changed his last name. He's added the other 8 L's to his last name. It's now Mike Norvell with 10 losses. 10 L's.
Dear.
Yeah, put 10 L's on the end there.
No.
There you go, coach. But whatever you do, don't deliver the news with a flag. He's liable to have a heart attack and some sort of spasm. So you bow up there for your flag. It's funny, Hick, he alerted this earlier, Mike Norvell just took a big stand there at midfield after his team for the, umpteenth week in a row produced absolutely nothing. He grabbed that flag and showed what kind of, man he's all about. And, it's funny, Jacksonville State came in and whooped Mike Norvell in Tallahassee. That's right. FSU's coach lost a home game to Jacksonville State. You know what they did after the game, Hick?
What'd they do?
Planted their flag.
Oh, no.
You know what didn't make Sports Center?
What?
FSU giving a flip. Yeah, but let's run it. By the way, we've listened to y'all run your mouth for 5 years, dude. You came down there last year and limped through a win because we're down to a third-string quarterback, and then cried at the top of the college football playoff mountain like a baby that got dropped off in the woods and never stopped. Y'all never stopped crying, so you didn't earn any grace.
I feel the need officially here. It's time to do it, to mention it. Say it. It's here.
Okay.
It's December. What's today? 3rd? 2024. We were officially eliminated last night from the postseason.
This is really early. It's hard to be eliminated in the modern NFL. Like, eliminate. Listen.
There's no in the hunt.
No, fam.
No. Draft talk.
Oh, boy. Yeah, why not?
Draft talk.
We started a little bit earlier today. I think some battle lines are going to be here. Do you see it playing this way with Jag fans as we move forward? The buzz on Travis Hunter's not going to get less.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I don't even know what position he's playing or how it's going to be or what's going to happen. It's fascinating. I don't know.
Not many you can pick.
I don't know how fast he is. I don't know a lot about him. I don't know. Is he?
I've never seen the superstars run and then not be fast. You know, the ones that dominated. So I'm assuming. And by the way, like size-wise, Dion, coming out of college, 6'1", 195. Hunter listed. I don't know. This could be different. We'll get to the combine. 6'1", 185. So it'd be a 10-pound difference. So
is he light? Is he?
That's what I'm saying. He's I know this. They say he's Dion. He's Deion good as a shutdown corner.
Well, if he's Deion good, that's good enough for me.
Right. I think there's some natural, like...
Deion Sanders is the greatest corner in the history of the NFL.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not...
You're telling me he's Deion good.
I'm just saying that. Here's the thing, too. He's a 4.0 student. He's a captain. He's a great young man.
Yeah.
There's this implication with Travis Hunter. He's some rogue going across the country with Deion. Isn't there, though? Am I wrong on that?
Although I'll say this. I might want a little more rogue right now.
Well, okay.
This mock draft has the Jags taking Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders going second, which begs the question, should Colorado have been even better than they were? They're going to have the top 2 picks in the draft. I think Shedeur Sanders is the guy, the top quarterback in the draft, but I don't think it's a great quarterback class. Then they have the Giants taking Cam Ward. Then they're going to have the Patriots, then the Panthers taking one of my favorites, Mason Graham from Michigan, one of the guys I like. Will Johnson is another corner who's going to go in the top 10. Then we get the tackles, Kelvin Banks and Will Campbell. Our first edge guy is Abdul Carter from Penn State. And then there's another Walker from Chicago or from Georgia. If you ever need a football player, just draft a Walker from Georgia. Every year there's a Walker from Georgia, isn't there? I swear, every year.
Should have stopped at Herschel.
Well, there's the one in Green Bay. There's one in Jacksonville. There's one coming. There's Walkers everywhere. So they have Ashton Genty going in the first round to the Dallas Cowboys.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a perfect fit there.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a great thing if you need a running back. The idiot league has decided you don't take these important players in the top 10.
At the top of the second round, they have us taking Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. Suddenly we have a receiver and a corner. Now we're cooking. Now we're something. That's the kind of players we can get. I think we got to. We need everything, man. That's the
that's the thing.
Everything.
I mean, like you
the
say,
third round they got us taking Donovan Jackson. He's an offensive guard from the Ohio State.
What position would you take in round 1?
I don't know if it's position.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's dangerous.
I think you got to go best player. We suck everywhere.
Okay, here's the deal. We're going to pick in the top 3.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
It's not going to be an offensive tackle.
Not because we have 2. That's right. So you can eliminate that.
Yeah, but
it's not going to be it's not going to be any other offensive position.
Is there a D lineman that matches up?
That's what you'd have to ask.
Is there
and by the way, we have a number 1 pick at 1 edge rusher, and we have a 5-year contracted max money.
Might be an inside guy. Is there who's the difference makers? Who are the difference makers that are going
on the defensive line?
No, anyway.
Travis Hunter.
Who are the difference makers that are going to help us win these 1-score games? That's what I would want. Who's my difference maker when we're down 3 that's going to take the punt and take it back for a touchdown, that's going to make the catch, that's going to intercept the pass, that's going to make the big hit, that's going to get the sack? Who are the guys that I can count on? Who are the stars and who are the dogs?
Yeah.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
I don't think we're going to have the number 1 pick. I really don't. I think these guys will somehow find a way to ruin things and win 3. They'll go 5-12 and
5 wins if Trevor doesn't play again?
Well, I don't know if he doesn't play again. No, they won't maybe win another couple. I don't. Here's what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
At least not with the general manager we employ. I don't want to trade the number 1 pick for a bunch of picks. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to use that, but I also don't want him picking the pick at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
If look, I'll just say it. We're screwed if somebody else didn't do the picking.
I might be willing to trade it, but I probably would want not just
like a top 5 pick this year.
Well, no, yes.
Yeah, trade back to like 4 or 5.
No. I might want a player, 2 instead of a pick.
Well,
like who's your like?
The problem with that is the cat. It becomes it costs you a lot more.
Well,
financially.
Well, who cares?
Well, it depends on who the player is.
It depends
all
on the
relative.
player.
It's all relative. Depends on who the player is and how long he's under
We might
contract
want a
for.
coach.
Well,
It's been done before.
The team is not going to get any better if we don't just full stop, different direction. It happens. Happens in the NFL. It happens in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Even a successful teams do it. Full stop, changing directions.
Like I'll trade with the Raiders, and I'll take Max Crosby.
Yeah, right.
And a couple picks.
Certain things aren't going to happen. Obviously.
Why not? Why not? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. Top in the top. Well, we may not be picking first overall, but we'll be picking top 5.
And then what are you doing? What trade opportunities are you even going to have there?
Well, you may not have trade opportunities.
Yeah.
But you'll be picking top 5. So anyway, draft talk.
Yeah, if Trevor doesn't play, then no, I would take that back. But if he did play, sure. I mean, they've been in every game, Hick. The law of averages, you win some of these, you're losing at the end.
Yeah.
Again, the other day, they felt like they were boat race for much of the afternoon. You can't stop a 3rd and 5. They stop a 3rd and 5, they get the ball with 2 minutes. Stop a 3rd and 5.
Yeah. Did you see that play, by the way?
Yeah, it's wide open, like a high school team playing defense.
You know who had a bad play on that play?
Which one?
On 3rd and 5 play?
I'm guessing either one of our supposed really good linebackers or one of our supposed futures at defensive end.
No, you should go back and look at that play and watch Buster Brown.
Oof. Got blown up.
He didn't get blown up. He didn't get touched. And he didn't tackle him.
Oh.
He just looked at him. It was weird. Weird.
Again, I mean, if you can't, if it's not enough evidence that you hired a GM with the number 1 pick in 2020, and then he's been there 5 years, they got good, and now they have the number 1 pick again. If you don't understand, that's the GM's fault and no one else's, because it is. I don't get it.
I have a kind of a pop quiz. Just a little test for Jeffrey. I want you, Jeff, to tell me, and again, this is according to PFF, so take it with a grain of salt. But you can give me your opinion. I won't necessarily say it's wrong. But according to PFF, who are Florida's 3 best defensive players this year?
Florida Gators?
Florida Gators! Florida Gators! 3
Gator.
best defensive player. Gator. Gator.
All right. Now that's a great question, because I think that ultimately the strength of the Gator football defense, and you tell me, is that they're also interchangeable.
Very interchangeable,
right? It doesn't it's hard for one to stand out over the other. So I'm going to go with being somebody that's watched every minute of every game.
Every minute of every game you saw.
The guys that stood out.
Who stood out to you?
There's a guy that gets an awful lot of pub credit.
A lot of pub.
And he's on the field a lot.
On the field.
And he has been, and that's Shamar James.
Shamar James.
Not one of the 3.
Not one.
Is this grade or opinion?
This is grade.
Oh, and this pro football. Okay.
In fact,
how about Caleb Banks?
Caleb Banks, 5th.
Okay.
Shamar James, not in the top 10.
That's surprising. Pup Howard.
Pup Howard, not in the top 10.
I don't know if he's played enough. All right.
Oh no, he's
okay.
enough.
All right. All right. So we're just exclusively living on the D line. Oh, how about the kid from Lake City?
Oh yeah, he's
Robinson.
Good. Yeah, nope, not in the top 10. All right, game's over.
Yeah, this is impossible.
That's fine. I was just curious.
All right, then I would say Sapp.
Sapp is 1.
Okay, I would say Sapp. I was trying to hold on to
Tyreek
him.
Sapp has had a great year, very underrated. I think 7.5, 8 sacks. Second is a guy that sort of bugs me that the coaching staff didn't recognize earlier. He should have been playing all year. He made plays in the secondary.
Thornton?
No. Who's very good, I think. Interchangeable, but Bridges kid from Oregon.
Yeah, very good.
Trequezi Bridges was very good. And then third is Cam Jackson, one of the D linemen, not Banks.
Yeah.
Cam Jackson was ahead of Caleb Banks. Jason Marshall was 4th, out of sight, out of mind. Miles Graham 6th. Devin Moore, Jack Pyburn 8th, Desmond Watson 9th, and TJ Searcy 10th.
I'm shocked that Desmond Watson grades to a positive number.
And that's fair.
I mean, you say hike and he just stands there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting, but I do think it kind of speaks to the playoff. They began Monday as an underdog, but by the end of the day, were a 2-1 favorite. They fell to number 13 in last week's rankings, beat Auburn this weekend, but it's more about what Miami did in a total collapse and choke at Syracuse that has given the Tide new life. Miami up 21-0, could not hold that lead. And so now with 2 losses and no chance to make up ground in the ACC championship game, it pretty much comes down to this, Dan. It pretty much comes down to Miami or Bama.
Oh, boy.
And I think there's arguments for South Carolina for sure and for Ole Miss to a degree. But I think ultimately that'll be this year's FSU Texas moment. You know, there's going to be one team that says, hey, that was supposed to be us, and then there's going to be another saying, no, that's us.
Yeah.
And I feel like Miami could be playing the role of Florida State, screaming to the clouds after they're let it. But I really don't know how you can play. You didn't even so much as qualify for your own conference. You had a great year most of the year.
Yeah.
You had a dominant player. But at the end of the year, if you're trying to balance someone's playoff resume, you didn't even make your conference championship game. Means you're not top 2 in your own league. We're supposed to put you in the top 12? And, by the way, it's not exactly the strongest league in the world. And I just looked up Miami's wins, trying to find one with a number next to it. Can't find one. And whether that's their fault or not, I seem to think this, Dan, after watching Miami lose that finale, if Miami had played a schedule with ranked teams, they'd have gone 8-4. And that's fair or unfair. It's what you're left with in the system. So you think Bama jumps them tonight because of this and because of the betting line. Why else would it change, right?
Do I think Bama jumps Miami?
Yeah, why would it change? Why would the betting line change?
I think Bama probably does. I don't know if they deserve to. I don't really think Bama does.
I hear you.
But again, this is kind of what we said at the beginning. I think that it's not as big a deal. It is to the programs, but again, if you're 12th, man, win your conference.
Well, I mean, I'll just say this: is again, as far as Miami, this matters. But like FSU last year, it could be viewed a lot more unfairly. They did everything they were supposed to do.
Yes,
I mean,
a lot more.
It's still
way more.
It's still amazing, and they got totally screwed. They went 13-0 and won their league. They should have been in the 4. That was ridiculous. So if you want to blame Bama for that, well, Bama had won the SEC championship. That's fine. And to be honest, Georgia had an even better argument because they were much better than Florida State.
But Bama lost to Vandy.
I get it. Vandy is as good as most of Miami's schedule.
Who else did Bama lose to? Lost 3
Oklahoma.
games. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Just last week.
Again, you lost
in November.
You lost to Syracuse and Georgia Tech. Those are worse.
No, they're not. Syracuse and Oklahoma, I'll take Syracuse right now.
Okay.
So,
I mean, you can.
Would you?
I don't know.
You think Oklahoma would beat Syracuse?
I just saw them beat Bama, so I don't know.
Well, I think saw Syracuse beat Miami.
I know.
And by the way, the Syracuse quarterback is eons better than any clown Oklahoma can put behind center right now.
Yeah.
I'd take Syracuse all day.
And that's all good, but Syracuse is just a team. I mean, it's not a good win.
Bama's just a team. I mean, honestly, they're
just a team that beat Georgia. No one else does.
Yeah, well, apparently somebody else did.
They won. It remains the only one not named Bama forever.
Yeah. So
and more than that, they went. They Bama's done more than that. They've done more than that. I get it, man. With Bama, they're so polarizing. If you don't want them in, then you find out why. You can.
I don't not want them in.
They're not your favorite of those. That's fine. That's okay.
I don't like Miami any better than I like Alabama.
There's just from a sports argument standpoint.
Yeah. Alabama gets preferential treatment. I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. If you don't think that, you're crazy.
Well, what they don't, and Miami gets something a lot more valuable, a preferential schedule.
I'll call Charlton right now, ask him if Tennessee were 8-3, if they were going to get, or 9-3, would they get in? Hell no. Alabama's the 9-3 team. You want to do something? Then put South Carolina. South Carolina in ahead of Alabama.
This argument would hold a lot more water if Bama didn't have those 6 titles, man.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
It
That's
does.
so stupid.
How can that be?
God.
You're telling me
you go back to 6 titles.
No,
it matters what they do this freaking year.
Yes, correct. And
God,
this
I
year,
can't do this.
This year they beat
I'm
Georgia.
not doing the bowl stuff. You're an idiot when it comes to the bowl.
Oh my gosh, man!
Jeez.
This is the point.
Go to break.
We're going to break. Relax. You just kind of sorts. It's a Calvin Truck Accessories too. Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Someone's going to win a tailgate combo pack from Southern Steer Butcher, valued at $100, and it could be you. Yes! Every month you'll have a shot at a Corona tailgate tent with a cooler, chair, and a collectible football. It's the ultimate tailgate. Enter at 1010XL.com. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it. 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guesses, just straight up action. Does your other sports bets pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start out using my promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The NFL teams with the powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting the game total unders has been printing money. Stack that on the MyBookie risk-free Thursdays. That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you that bread back. Sign up now and get double your deposit bonus with MyBookie. It's the best bet for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
We're HAPPY, because happy Honda days are here. Everything is bigger. Bigger selection, bigger discounts, bigger trade-in values. Honda, quality, value, safety. Don't miss happy Honda days going on now at your local Honda dealer.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family in the future. That's why I'm here to tell you about my friend Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matt is, but have you done your last will? Got to get your assets to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions, provide you information needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm, man. You got questions, reach out to Matt. He's got the answers. 527-1700, 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Devin Lloyd was beasting and feasting against the Texans. The teal and black linebacker recorded 6 tackles over the weekend, with 3 being solo, and also had a pass defense on Sunday. Lloyd showcased what makes him superior on the field and is your Superior Fence and Rail's defensive player of the game.
If you're tired of your fence looking like a bad hair day, well, it's time for a fence makeover with Superior Fence and Rail. They'll make your yard the talk of the town with a new fence installed by their expert team.
Your fence is fantastic. My fence is giving all of my neighbors some serious pick and envy. Thanks, Superior Fence and Rail.
So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your fence installation project today.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
The holidays are here, and so is your entire family.
Uh-oh, the toilet's not flushing.
And now the kitchen sink's clogged too?
There's water coming from the ceiling. It's raining in the living room.
Don't let this be your holiday disaster. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get those plumbing issues fixed before family time turns into flood time. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but incredibly functional for me and Bo Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And be sure to check out their end-of-year sale, including 18-month special financing. Closets by Design.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
Are you a member of the Ran Out of Room Club? Maybe it's a boat, RV, or cars. Maybe it's office space. A luxury storage unit at the Shed is your solution. Opening soon in Atlanta Beach. AC and plumbing available and spots filling fast. Don't join the Ran Out of Time Club. Go to theshedjacks.com.
This is Hayes Carline for SkyLife Elite. Are you tired of canceled flights, unruly passengers, and layovers? Call my friends at SkyLife Elite. Consider using private charter flights for your next adventure. Yes, you can afford it. Make your own schedule. Fly direct. Drive your car to Craig Airport and get directly on the plane. SkyLife Elite can make that happen. Call 490-9332. Go to flyskylife.com and find them on social media. Fly SkyLife Elite, North Florida's premier private air charter.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast YMCA. As they prepare to face Texas for the second time, Georgia head coach Kirby Smart doesn't place much in the earlier meeting.
The previous matchup not determine this matchup. It's more about who executes well, who tackles well, who doesn't turn the ball over, and who has explosive plays.
CBS Sports projects the Gators to compete in the Gasparilla Bowl against the Memphis Tigers. The bowl game features a team from either the ACC or SEC to go against the pool. The Gasparilla Bowl is scheduled to take place in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Friday, December 20th at 3:30. For our in-state pro teams, now tied for third, the Jacksonville Icemen face off against the Orlando Solar Bears tonight in Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck drops at 7 p.m. In the NBA, the Miami Heat fell to the Boston Celtics. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 9:10 and it's 44 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
All right, I feel some sort of vindication from all you jackasses out there, and most of you aren't Jacksonville people. All the national media jackasses who told me that it wasn't a dirty hit. Well, the NFL has spoken. Azeez Al-Shaair suspended 3 games. So chew on that, DeMeco. Chew on that, Houston. Azeez Al-Shaair suspended 3 games for his hit on Trevor Lawrence that resulted in a concussion. You're suspended because you're a dirty player and it was a dirty hit. Like I've been saying, like Jeff's been saying, like E's been saying. Maybe the players don't want to say it. Players like Afoye Oluokun yesterday said, I'm not going to say he's dirty, but that was a dirty hit. I'll say it. Dirty player. And the proof is in the pudding. Well, you know who said it last night? The guy in SportsCenter, Michael E.
Everyone knows. You've got to be blind or some sort of weirdo in today's society. Again, in today's society, there's some take value from representing wrong. Okay? If there's value in representing different or, that's fine. Not wrong. Wrong is wrong. And that was just pure out dirty. And there's the 3-gamer. And to each and all that said it was anything other, just, they won't be wrong, though. Like whoever you got in the spit with last night, she still won't be wrong.
Yeah.
And by the way, we have a new hated rival. It's time to put Tennessee in the rearview mirror and turn our attention toward DeMeco Ryans, who did the unthinkable yesterday. And you made a good point. It's nice back in the safe, secure premises of the Houston facility.
Yeah.
But after your guy headhunted to a 3-game suspension here, you were singing a little different tune. But we get the real truth from DeMeco Ryans, the kind of coach he is, the kind of person he is, what you got to be on the lookout for from now on when we play Houston.
Here is the quote from the NFL. During your game against the Jaguars, you were involved in a play that the league considered unacceptable and a serious violation of the playing rules. Videos show you striking the head neck area of Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence after he clearly goes down in a feet-first slide. It wasn't clear. Apparently it was. You led with your forearm and helmet and delivered a forceful blow to the head neck area of your opponent when you had time and space to avoid such contact. Oh, he did. He had time and space to avoid the contact. After the illegal hit, you proceeded to engage in a brawl, which you escalated when you pulled an opponent down to the ground by his face mask. After the ref announced that you were disqualified for the hit and your unsportsmanlike acts, you removed your helmet and re-engaged with your opponent.
That's all okay, though. DeMeco Ryans tell you it's Jacksonville overreacted.
Yeah. While walking down and across the field, which started another physical confrontation, your lack of sportsmanship and respect for the game of football and all those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it is troubling.
Good.
Now, we enjoy watching it, and we certainly have a lack of respect.
That's good.
And does not reflect the core values of the NFL. Your continued disregard for NFL playing rules puts the health and safety of both you and your opponents in jeopardy and will not be tolerated. Boom! See ya, Aziz. You going to put out another statement today, Aziz? Yeah, dirty so-and-so. So good. 3 games. He's out. Should have been the rest of the year, but I don't care. Good.
Again, DeMeco Ryans is now turning your attention to him. This is the guy that leads the team. He put a captain on that guy's chest, and he dares talk down to us. By the way, Houston, I'm about tired of y'all acting like you're the Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
You're just a little ne'er-do-well, middle of the pack, should be a different team next year, division winner. Shut up with your...
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, do you got DeMeco Ryans and what he said yesterday, now that he's home and can, I guess... admit that, I just lied yesterday. It's the kind of character we have here as a football team. Here's what he said yesterday.
We stand behind Aziz and everything, that came from that. Of course, he unfortunately hit on the quarterback. But it's also, it's twofold, right? I mean, a lot of the quarterbacks in this day and age, they try to take advantage of the rule where they slide late and they
take
try
advantage.
to get an extra yard.
Trevor's fault.
You're a defender. A lot of onus is on the defender, right? Whether it's on the sideline or where it's on the quarterback, you don't know what a guy's thinking. You don't know if a guy's staying up and he's continuing to run. You don't know. And then you get a late slide and you're...
Late slide.
You hit the guy. Unfortunate that Trevor got hurt. We hope Trevor is okay, but it's also, if we're sliding, we have to get down. If we're getting out of bounds,
he didn't get down.
We get out of bounds. And that rule is there to protect the quarterbacks. And we want our quarterbacks to be safe in the league. So we just have to be safe. And we're sliding, make sure we're keeping our heads down.
You got to be kidding me, man. Stop this. Stop it.
Wait, it gets worse.
Oh, God. Keep going then. Sorry.
Hits the guy, but their sideline overreacts. And it turns into a melee. It wasn't our guys.
Our sideline overreacted.
Pushed our guy.
Overreacted.
Dragging our guy to the sideline.
They should have beat him to death.
That's how we have to be better on the sideline.
I'm kidding.
With both teams.
Suspended 3 games. Looks like the fine will be over $2 million. It's not enough. There's no room in the league for this guy.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, dude.
Yeah.
And all you tough guys, could have lost his life. It's barely a hit. Didn't even hit him in the head. Oh, y'all are just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, some people got to argue everything just to be that guy. If you're arguing it wasn't a dirty hit or it wasn't that bad, you're just stupid.
Right.
Seriously, or today, go sit in traffic. I'll rear end you at 30 miles an hour and tell you what a nothing burger you just experienced.
And we had Christian Kirk on the TV show last night, and his point was, and it's a fair point, it's simple. If that had been C.J. Stroud, it would have been a much different, obviously. DeMeco be talking like that if that was C.J. Stroud?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Listen, it's okay. The problem with what DeMeco, there's one thing to support your guys. That's way over the top, man. That's like showing no responsibility in any of it. Let me see. In 45 seconds there, I heard the Houston head coach blame it on Trevor for not having his head down.
Yeah.
Blame it on Trevor for not running out of bounds. Like, oh, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to go for the first down. You want us to run out of bounds. Blame Trevor for sliding too late. This sliding too late is beyond a joke. I bet you if you pulled every slide by a quarterback this year, that's in the top 10% of giving the most time to the defender.
Right.
I mean, that guy was 6 yards away from him. So he blamed that. Then he blamed the Jaguars' sideline for overreacting. Wow.
Yeah.
Who are you going to blame when you lose in the first round of the playoffs, DeMeco? Whose fault will that be? Can't be your undisciplined team. Man, that guy is a piece of crap, man. I'm sorry. And Zaire can GTH, man, pound rocks, and come back. The first time that we play Houston next year, it's time to put Luke Farrell in to make his most impactful play, and you're going to blindside block that Mo into the third row.
Yeah.
And then we're even.
Yeah.
That's how we play. Oh, I'm sorry. In Jacksonville, we say you got to be looking for everyone, DeMeco. That wasn't a hard play. We say your guy should have kept his eyes on the field.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break and keep it rolling. This is the drill. It's 9 o'clock nasty. That's what we do on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
He's fearless in the face of danger when entering enemy territory.
What is your mission?
Get insights and interviews from Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline when he takes you behind enemy lines. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Lauren Brooks here. Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. And now they're giving back. Hodges Mazda wants to say thank you to all educators, first responders, and healthcare providers by offering a complimentary oil change and car wash during the Mazda A Season to Move You event. Call today or schedule online at HodgesMazda.com. Come experience for yourself the Hodges Mazda difference. Free oil change not to exceed $79.99. Excludes diesel vehicles. Expires December 31st, 2024. See dealer for complete details.
Hey, get here for Lockhart Construction, a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad, his guys from here, taking care of people who live here, people like us. We've used Lockhart Construction. I got a call yesterday. Hey, what's that number with Shane Lockhart? I'm going to give it to you. It's 994-3865, but we'll get to that in a second. So I want to tell you about Lockhart Construction, man. They do fast, friendly, affordable, clean work, and your house looks so much better. We've used them for remodeling. We've used them for other jobs. No job is too big. No job is too small. I like to say their family gives our family a better living experience. Now, here's the number. Call Shane. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Jacksonville's football phenoms tell us where they're heading when high school's early signing period begins. I'm Hacker, and 1010XL will tell you everything you need to know.
College football's early signing period coverage is brought to you by
San Jose Collision.
It's the end of the year sale with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a $250 gift card for holiday shopping. With financing options as low as $150 a month, protecting your home's never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP, and this offer expires December 31st. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Fellas, what's good? It's your boy E to the T, and I'm going to keep it real with you. We could all benefit from a little something extra in the bedroom, and Blue Chew can help with that. What is Blue Chew, you ask? It's a chewable tablet with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. It's all online. Not even your nosy neighbors will know. No doctor's visits, no trips to the pharmacy. And their licensed medical providers work with you to provide the right ingredients and strengths for your prescription. And remember, it's chewable. It's just like popping a Mentos. Now you're asking, how do I get Blue Chew? And I'm going to hook you up with that for the free ski. Just pay $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and enter my promo code 1010XL and turn that oh no into an oh yeah. That's promo code 1010XL and let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew for free. That way, you can get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
The best teal-colored coverage includes Mia's Quick Hits.
Get the latest news from inside the building and around the league. I'm Mia O'Brien, 1010XL's NFL Insider.
Driven by Arlington Toyota. Available on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Mueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our first contestant, a stay-at-home gymnast from Jacksonville, Florida. It's Gwendolyn Beers.
Thank you, Monty. I don't know who installed my air conditioner, but it hasn't had a tune-up in over 3 years. Am I cool?
Let's ask our expert judging panel. Judges? I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. You're not cool. Johnny, tell her why.
That's right. To keep your air conditioner performing at its best, you need a skilled technician to check your pressures, voltages, and air filters in the fall and the spring. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, our club members get 2 free visits a year to make sure that you are cool.
Can you tell me if my haircut is sexy?
You're better off not asking.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores.
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJags.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the breaking news. NFL suspends Azeez Al-Shaair 3 games for his late hit.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. We'd like to see the rest of the year, but regardless, that's fine. Bottom line is he ain't playing, and he shouldn't play. Jags go to Tennessee this week. Can't expect Trevor would play this week.
No way.
I'm not sure he's going to play again. I would hope, though, that if he's not going to play again, they should come out tomorrow and say it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
On Wednesday's press conference, Doug Peterson or however they want to handle it. But if you're going to make the decision that, look, we're 2-10, it's just an odd thing for me. But we're so bad at this point. I get it, man. The guy's just been beat up now for 2 years. This thing is it's just driving me nuts.
Does he need surgery?
Yeah, does he need surgery? That's another good question.
Uh-huh.
Does he need surgery? I don't know. I'm going to assume that he does.
Then let's go ahead and have it.
But
go ahead and knock it out right now.
I don't know that he does. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a good question. Does he need surgery? So there's a lot going on here. But at this point in time, I think I've changed my mind. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I've changed my mind to the effect that if he's going to miss 2 or 3 games with this concussion, then what's the point of playing him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it's just going to be a just a dismal, brutal ending to a season. And it's just the most disappointing year in Jaguars history. The most disappointing.
It's a tough thing, too, because, like, if he's going to miss 2 or 3 games, which means he still could play two games.
Right.
People, I'm going to be real with you. If Trevor's not playing, I really ain't got no interest going down there.
It's true. It's very true. And it's not like he's, again, the whole 4th year has been a wash, man. We've wasted now. We've had 1 good year in the 4 years with Trev. And that stinks. And listen, it's they're not making it a better. I said going into this year, my one concern, and I never saw 2-10 coming, but I said it over and over again. My one concern is they haven't done enough to surround him, and that did prove to be correct. They have not done enough to surround him. They got to get better everywhere, including the quarterback position. He's got to play better too. That shouldn't be lost either. It wasn't, but I sure would have liked to see him play these last few games and see if we could get something going and see. He was rusty. He had a very slow start to this year.
He was rusty last game, and
yes,
you could tell.
Yeah, he had that one beautiful throw, that 30-yarder to Parker.
But he
But then he missed a couple open
times.
guys. Yeah, and then he missed Brian Thomas Jr. on a wide open tutty. But I look back at this year, he was very rusty his first. Or not rusty. He wasn't good the first 4 games, and then he got in a groove, and we were good, and he was playing well, and then he got hurt, and it's just so frustrating, man. But we're 4 years in, and it's not gone how we thought it was going to go, at all.
But that in fairness, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for, as a fan, for hope moving forward. In fairness, so much has gone wrong outside of it being like a quarterback bust situation. Like, it's on a list of problems and things that went wrong. It's nowhere near the top.
Oh, yeah.
And so that gives you hope. I
did think this, though, last night. I was thinking about this and listening. And, quarterback play is so important. And we gave Trevor this big deal, $55 million. And we just kind of brush it off like, well, he's going to get it, Well, I don't know. Like, there's other guys making, 25, 30, 35 who are having great years. I mean, so.
Yeah. But you're also the guy that doesn't care about the money. I mean, today, would you do what you do to not be an issue?
Yeah, I don't care.
Right. We need this guy for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And then we're going to find out. Now it's only 4.
Yeah.
Already had 4. We got 4 more.
Yeah,
At the end of that, you know what you're going to be? You're going to be Detroit, sending him to Kansas City where he'll win a Super Bowl.
Don't say that.
Oh, man.
What a mess. What a freaking mess.
I thought did you find it ironic at all last night as you watched Bo Nix beat the Browns? It looked like they were wearing Auburn uniforms. And
I thought they were. It's funny you say that.
Thought the Chargers or something?
Chargers.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the Chargers?
Chargers have a dark uniform like that, so they did look like the Chargers also.
It took me a while.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I was like, this is not the Broncos.
Yeah, that's I thought the same thing. When the Chargers wear that dark blue, they can look that way too. But the orange and blue and the white helmet also gave a little bit of an Auburn vibe. And if you remember Bo Nix Auburn, you're like, how is this guy performing as a rookie? But if you remember Oregon Bo Nix, I think last year 41 touchdowns, 3 picks, and it wasn't just product of the system. He's a player who's improved year to year.
Yeah,
and he looks like he's going to be Sean Payton's go-to guy, at least for a couple, 3 years here, and we'll see how he develops.
Well, I think one thing that Sean Payton won, and 60 college starts too. He's Oppo Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Oh, Oppo Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson had to start 4 more years in the league before he gets to that number.
I mean, so, and he's played a little bit better too, by the way, Anthony Richardson. But
he's not passing it at all. They're just starting to run a little.
Yeah.
He's a 50% passer.
Is he still?
Yes. Even the other day, he was 50%.
Was he?
But he ran, and he hit a 4th down one, so he hit some.
My favorite stories this year are Darnold and Mayfield. Who would you rather have?
Mayfield.
Would you?
Yeah.
Baker.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah. Sam Darnold's been terrific.
But Baker's
he's had nice rallies.
But Baker's been terrific for parts or all of 3 or 4 years. Baker had a really good year in Cleveland. Then he bounced back hurt with a bad one, and they got rid of him. I mean, he won on the road at Pittsburgh in the playoffs. You forget that Baker had a good year in Cleveland.
Very similar seasons. this year. Very similar, except one's 10-2 and one's 6-6.
Right.
Very
I
similar.
again, I was just asking me the question. It's not close.
One of them got Justin Jefferson.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
What
Mike
happens? What happens if Vikings win a playoff game? What do they do? Does J.J. McCarthy become Jordan Love? I guess is my question.
Yep, because it's not going to last. I don't think it's going to last.
Yeah, but do I break up if Sam Darnold goes through this year, has a great year, wins
No. This would be more like there was another one of those where the dude won. They gave it to the young guy anyway. No, you play J.J. McCarthy. You used a first-round pick. Sam Darnold. Do not misunderstand. If the Vikings win the Super Bowl, it ain't because Sam Darnold was the quarterback.
Huh?
It's because he didn't tank them from going. That's fair, but there's no part of Sam Darnold's season right now that's shooting dominance at you.
Sam Darnold's had one bad game this year. It was the Jags.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go figure that. How in the world did that? He must have some sort of. He must have flew into Jacksonville and got nervous or the shakes.
I mean, he's 10th in passing yards. He has 10 interceptions, which is bottom 5 in the league.
Yeah. Well, Baker's got 11.
Yeah, I know. So I would take Baker in a
that's fine.
And Baker can also run for you.
Yeah,
He's
Baker
done it in the
give you a little bit
past.
more.
Okay, but
Baker's also completed 70% of his passes.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say it this way. If you were just watching Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold this year, would you pay Sam Darnold? Somebody will pay Sam Darnold Baker Mayfield money to be a quarterback of their football team going
I wouldn't
forward.
do it.
You may not, but somebody will, yes?
Yeah. I thought you were asking me, would you do
Would
it?
somebody do that?
Oh, man, that's tough, man.
But you're just watching this year, somebody would.
Right, just this year for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both on, aren't they both on their fourth teams?
Yeah.
They're both on their fourth
They both
teams.
were, ironically, I think the same year in Carolina. Neither one of them could win the job. I'm not kidding. I think they went from one to the other in Carolina.
And what do you do with Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh?
Keep him for as long as you ride him until you take him to glue factory. Yeah, ride that horse. Russ cooking, man. I would take I like Baker Mayfield. I'd take him over a lot of guys that are way better than Darnold. I mean, I'd take Baker Mayfield over Matthew Stafford.
I smell New York City headlines.
Oh, boy, that's next. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Rage. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and accessories, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got everything you need to hit your target. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, their friendly experts will guide you every step of the way at 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Gun and Range. Gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Young Guns kept their fight even when facing a deficit, and Big Mac would deliver in a huge moment for Jacksonville off the bench. Mac Jones would find Parker Washington for a 22-yard touchdown, making the score 23-12 with 7:49 left in the third period. The Washington score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res. It's the greatest time of the year, right? We reflect on things that matter most, families, homes, holidays, and of course, football. And what we want for our holiday season, clean homes. Carpets, tile and grout, Oriental rugs. Right now, man, $49 $49, you'll get your carpets cleaned per room. $49 a room from our friends at Zero Res. 25% off tile and grout. It's all right there for you right now. Just call Zero Res. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 3rd, 1963, in the NFL Draft, quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Terry Baker from Oregon State was the first overall selection by the Los Angeles Rams.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use the promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on my bookie risk-free Thursdays. That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, my bookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with my bookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie.
Welcome to ABS Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized technology partner and home to Xerox copiers.
Advanced Business Solutions.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
With the Denver Broncos win last night over the Cleveland Browns, the Jacksonville Jaguars have now been officially eliminated from playoff contention. The Jaguars have now missed the playoffs 2 years in a row after winning the division in 2022. With his health in mind, Jaguars head coach Doug Peterson on how he'll handle Trevor Lawrence over the final 5 weeks of the season.
You got to take it all into consideration, obviously, and you know, make a smart choice, make a headsy sort of determination with him and his health, and then obviously, you know, where we are as a team right now.
Doug Peterson on Monday. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
A couple things. Again, top story breaking. Azeez Al-Shaair suspended 3 games by the NFL. Tried to tell you it was a dirty hit. But you all know that.
I don't think
that's more for the national
really
guys.
Didn't believe that was a national hit. I think Houston wanted to say it was.
Oh, no, I saw
You think
a lot.
people really don't think that's dirty?
I saw a lot of comments from the national guys about defending him and and echo to some of the nonsense that DeMeco Ryans said.
Yeah, that's the thinning wrong has become a problem in this country.
All right, tomorrow, folks, we need you.
Idiots.
We need you more than ever. We need us all to bond together.
Oh.
We're going to do this together.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Tom Coughlin J Fun Radiothon on one of our favorite days of the year. The big man will be in the house about 7:18, so we'll pepper him with questions. He'll get mad at us. It was great. He'll be grumpy. We'll get after him a little bit.
I don't think he'll be grumpy.
Obstinate. He'll be obstinate. And I look forward to seeing him. I'll give him a hug, which he doesn't like. He's uncomfortable with a hug.
He's not a hugger. He's like me that way.
Yeah. So
we never have to worry about a hug.
Yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff going on there. We're going to ask you guys to dig into the wallets, give money. We're going to try to raise a lot of money. It all stays right here on the First Coast. It's all helping families with kids who have cancer. We try to provide for them as best we can. The coach has done just an unbelievable job. We're going to have special guests throughout the day. All the shows will be a part of it. But we want to kick it off early tomorrow morning.
We do.
And we need you guys to help us. So
it's important for us to raise the most money.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you guys have picked up on that through the years, but we'll pal. There's some things. We'll threaten.
Looking for big donations from you Seminole fans in honor of Jeff.
Hey, man.
That'll
Y'all be thanking me at one point.
Yeah. That'll be good.
I will say this. It's a fascinating dynamic that the whole world can call Billy Napier Sling Blade for 3 years, and we all just, okay, that kind of comes with the territory. And, buddy, you let loose on the FSU coach for one day, and, man, I had some delicate sensibilities out there for that fan base, I guess. Most of the fans, the real, genuine fans of the FSU, just shake their head and agree. And if you take exception and you're all hurt about it, I don't really care.
Before we get out of here, I'm in the mood for some New York City headlines. It's brought to you by my friend Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com. By the way, for your young kid, man, he's got great deals for you guys. If you want a doctor, it's kind of the wave of the future, this concierge medicine. So check it out. Just go to mypvconcierge.com. If you're a responsible young adult, man, you'll be glad that you did. Hit it, E. Actual headlines from New York City periodicals. Caught on camera. Video shows missing Hawaii photographer crossing into Mexico alive weeks after tireless search that resulted in her dad's suicide.
I'm guessing that it's mistaken identity, and it's not her that they saw crossing, or we're some, movie on Prime Video where somebody that's with amnesia is wandering the American Southwest.
Huge search for grandma, feared to have fallen down a 30-foot sinkhole while looking for her cat.
Well, they looked over the river and through the woods.
Oh, dear. In plain sight, news station trolled for failing to recognize A-list star on a casual stroll. That's hilarious. In other words, they have a live shot. There's a celebrity.
Yeah. Hey, look at John Travolta.
It's Zendaya. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's Zendaya is just, that's not big enough for me. I know who she is. I'd be honest with you. If Zendaya walked down the hallway.
Is Zendaya pretty big?
Yeah, she pretty big.
If Zendaya walked by the hallway here, past that thing, she would look familiar, but I would not be able to say, wow, that's Zendaya.
Oh, I'm definitely saying wow, that's Zendaya.
Yeah. New York City woman accused of murdering ex-beau female pal by torching garage is sister of Bollywood star.
That's some globe, part of the globe there you don't want to mess with. I don't mess with that part of the globe, E. Fireworks mean something different over there.
Motive and opportunity. Ex-New York City model who killed hubby in shocking Florida murder-suicide cheated on him, feared that he would divorce her.
So I killed him.
Yeah.
What would you do, Your Honor?
Oh, dear.
Should I not have done that? You mean cheat on him? No, I mean kill him.
Crime boss convicted of kidnapping, murdering son's friend is found dead in federal prison cell.
That mob don't play. I don't know. I've lost the rules of the mob. I don't know who you cross where. Like, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. In other news, there's still a mob. Man, it's 2024, E.
Sour apple, Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter, appears to roll her eyes at date in debutante ball video.
Her name's Apple. Good luck, man. Whoever has her. Good luck. You're with a girl named Apple.
An ex-NFL star's father arrested for attempted strangulation.
Spin the wheel, which we've had some loopy parents through the years.
Van Der Esch.
Oh.
A tot tantrum mayhem. Brat goes on shelf clearing, bottle smashing rampage at Walmart as adults make excuses for her in wild video.
And then bought everything for her that she destroyed. What kind of ass whipping would you have gotten, Dan Hicken, back in 1971 if that had occurred? Seriously.
I did take a few ass whippings.
I mean, the whipping you'd get for acting like that back in normal times would have us in a lot better spot, Hick.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not reading that one. Layla Kent defends whitening her 3-year-old daughter's teeth in photos.
3-year-old already? What's she doing? She like chewing tobacco?
NBC4.
Pot of coffee? Or?
Last one, bonus. NBC4, Washington acknowledges anchor appeared unwell after cringe broadcast, stepping away for health reasons.
Was he drunk? Is that what it was?
He's had some DUIs, so.
Yeah, he probably had a couple of pops. Our boy Ping once worked with a sports guy that was drunk all the time. They had fun stories about that.
Oh, boy. Actual headlines. Logs is here. That
means, check the tape. That's always fun.
Oh, there should be.
It's like, does the FCC have to take a look at this before y'all do it, or no? It passes government standards? Okay. All right. Jaguars Today is coming up next. Our duty is done for the day. It's been a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Get those checkbooks out tomorrow. The Jay Fun Radiothon. Until then, have a great 20 hours.
Boom.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. A sturdy defense keeps your end zone safe like a superior fence keeps your family and pets safe.
It's fantastic.
After the game, catch the superior fence and rail defensive player of the game on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Man, have you been thinking about selling your home, but all you see potentially in front of you are problems? And you can sell for a variety of reasons. Maybe you need more space for your office or growing family. Maybe you want maximum equity for your home, but you're really not sure how. No matter what your problems are, we have the solutions, and they come with promises. We are Chad and Sandy, and ChadandSandy.com. Trust them. Your home sold, guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's a promise that you can count on. You know that Chad and Sandy are going to deliver because your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. There are success stories all over the First Coast. Justin and Palatka, I was trapped in a mortgage with my ex-wife on a home that didn't sell for 184 days with another realtor. Hired Chad and Sandy, multiple offers in 7 days, sold and closed in 16. It's that easy. Go to ChadandSandy.com. That's ChadandSandy.com or 414-6200.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. It's hard to stop. The Tomahawk Chop.
I'm RJ Saunders. Follow Florida State's road to the college football playoff on the Seminole Report.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I think we all can agree when you have something valuable, then you better protect it as valuable. And perhaps you've gotten to the stage of your life you're lucky enough to have a lot of nice things. You've worked hard. You have nice things. You want to protect them. I want to tell you about a great, really investment opportunity out at Atlantic Beach with the ShedJacks.com. Nothing like it out at the beaches area. This is luxury storage for luxury need. If you're in the Ran Out of Room Club, the Shed has you covered. But don't join the Run Out of Time Club. Spots are going fast at the Shed in Atlanta Beach. This is luxury storage, most premium warehouse space in AB. Perfect for whatever you want it to be. Boat, RV, car collection, office space. Shoot, build a man cave. Put in that golf simulator. Storing it, working it, playing it feels more like an investment than a purchase in booming